I'm the leader, the Iron Man. The night's done, you know who I am. Blades find their mark and my mind is sharp. My psionics tell you our minds are hells apart. Straightforward and honest, I'm no soothsayer, worth no more than 900. My destiny is ahead, never afraid to confront it. I'll keep everyone safe even if I won't make it. Instruments humming, our tune is loud, showing our courage, our time is now. Our valor is boundless and together we stand proud. 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 Big man, big heart, rage and control. Proud father, wisdom with age, never selfish, never cold. Knock you out with these fists, fall to the floor. Prefer peace, don't test me, I'll even the score. Brute strength to silence enemies, they'll fall. A peaceful soul, don't hesitate to grow. Instruments humming, our tune is loud, showing our courage, our time is now. Our valor is boundless and together we stand proud. 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 Seeking shiny the cat's out of the bed. Middle mate can be called ironclad. No cat and mouse, but with my prey I'll play a support animal, yeah. I'm your steel defender. No scratches on this cat, built sleek and slender. No attitude like men. I'm tired of you, so talk to my creator now. The shadows gather as I walk in shadow elf, but I hate my kin. Tinker inventor, I always have the tools for the job. Rules never tidy, kind of a slob. Sleep is for the weak, so I never catch a wink. If I feel tired, just down an energy drink. Master hacker, intelligent, without a doubt. Stand in my way, fuck around and find out. Proud. Instruments humming, our tune is loud, showing our courage, our time is now. Our valor is boundless and together we stand proud. 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 Man with a voice smooth as silk, not full of hot air. I've got the skills, air genesi, musical talent unmatched. Singing sax, playing bagpipes on blast. My music sharp like a cloud of daggers, got the moves like Jagger. I ain't no slacker, objects move when I'm around. An army of animated things who can't be brought down. I'll be your test, can't withstand this tempest. Proud. Instruments humming, our tune is loud, showing our courage, our time is now. Our valor is boundless and together we stand proud. 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 My magic's divine, like a holy man's words. I bring the fire, like soon in a church. In the kitchen or chapel, that's where I shine. I'm the heart of the party, keeping their health in line. Pocket bacon, always stocked up, ready to share. If anyone's in need, I'm quick to be there. Divine skills, prestigious and strong. I'm the party shield, they call me Aegis, it won't be long. Proud. Instruments humming, our tune is loud, showing our courage, our time is now. Our valor is boundless and together we stand proud. Proud.
Hello, stream. I don't think anybody's in here yet, but I'm just gonna jump right over to it here and get us started. Make sure that's on. Okay. Alright, let's move over to the crew here. Okay, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
We can.
Excellent. Okay, so very quick recap. Gotta pull up the right tab. Okay, so you guys started out talking with the Kraken last session. As far as you know, it is still... Where the hell did my times go? It is still February 18th, 2024 at about 3 p.m. because you do not know how time passes in the Kraken's realm or where the hell you are now.
Could you make sure that you just make a note when we do find out to be like, hey, by the way, here's the actual real time, because my notes, I don't want them to be all fucked up because we just breezed past it.
Yep, I will make sure. But right now it's February 18th, 2024, about 3 p.m. You know, time, if you are keeping track of time, it's probably actually been about 45 minutes, so it's probably closer to 3:45 if time passes the same way as where you come from. For last session, we did have quite a bit of roleplay, so everybody's getting 500 XP. Alright, does anybody have questions on XP? No?
I think we clarified that last time.
Yeah, I'm just making sure. Marcus has a question, which is, how dare I?
Oh, no, I'm good.
Okay.
My question is, who do you think you are?
Uh-huh.
No,
Who do
I
you
have a
think you
a
are?
thing, and it's how dare he. You're fine.
It wasn't me, it was that asshole. Points back
Mike.
at Vampire Marcus.
My question is, girlfriend?
Girlfriend. Alright,
We are so going to be having a conversation about that.
So the Kraken informed you guys that because Aranor lost her memory again after you guys took a not so long rest, but benefited from a long rest, Aranor's memory started to go again. So he explained that it seemed as though the loop was dismantling itself, which was not good because then she would definitely be lost. Tempest and Aranor figured out that using her song, Tempest recited the song and it actually shined light on a scar that is in the timeline, I guess you could say. And the Kraken ripped that open and you guys got sucked through. When you came through the other side, you... oh, and he used Alan as an anchor. I guess that's an important thing to mention. Alan volunteered his tribute and is being used as an anchor so that you guys can get back and so that the whole thing doesn't fold in on itself. So when you came through, you found yourselves in a room full of mirrors. As you started to observe yourselves in the mirrors, specifically Bonkin, you noticed different features about each person. So as you guys walked around, the right mirror, the mirror on the east wall, was Bonkin, but he has both of his eyes. The south wall was Kira, but she looked like a vampire. The west wall was Tempest, but he looked like he used to before you guys came to this time. And you can't see Marcus in any of them. You weren't able to see Marcus's reflection in any of them. Probably because of Marcus's status at present.
As a motherfucking badass. There can only
Exactly,
be one.
that's it. So after some time, Bonkin, I believe it was, put his hand on the mirror. And when that happened, a Bonkin popped out of the mirror. Shortly followed by the rest of the party, the false versions of yourselves, and a fight broke out. And that is where we find ourselves now. Outside of other Bonkin did get downed. Your Bonkin did not revive him, but made sure he was stable. Do we need any clarifications on anything?
Yeah, I can't believe you forgot the most important
Oh
bit
yes,
of the recap.
Marcus called Kira his girlfriend.
Well, he didn't say Kira is my girlfriend. He was
Oh,
cussing.
there's someone else?
There are two Kiras here, if I'm not mistaken. One of them looks a little more vampiric, so I don't know. He's just confused. Look, there's a lot of things going on. There's a lot of new us's.
Listen, if
And
my
he's really
plan works,
confused
you can
about
have both.
Bonkin's fucking everything up, because now he's really confused, like, what the fuck? These guys are beating the shit out of us, and we're just gonna, like, apply tourniquets and stop bleeds, like... And now he's nervous, like, am I gonna have to fight two Bonkins and myself? This is not a good day for him.
I did do Bonkin a disservice, too. He put his hand on the mirror, and other Bonkin tried to pull him through, but your Bonkin was stronger.
Thank God for that.
Yeah, because this would
And you
have
said
been.
that the Bonkin that popped through was the younger version of Bonkin, is that correct?
That's what it
Didn't
appeared.
have the graying.
Yeah, it appeared
Yeah,
he
he
did
still
not.
has
He still has
He
both
still has-
eyes. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
he still has modern Bonkin clothes.
Mm-hmm.
Half past. Half past pumpkin.
Half past bonkin.
Oh, that's right. Half past future and past past. Okay. And who knows what the fuck the northern one is?
All right. So
That's
with
the Aegis mirror.
the ageless mirror, is that what you said? Oh, the aegis
The
mirror.
Aegis mirror, because he walked down.
That's true. Aegis did go down that mirror. That is true. All right. So with that,
Just for my own clarification, because I do have my own buffs listed here, but Kat, did you put fucking the wedding
Damn
ring
right
spell
I
on
did.
it? Okay, just making sure I had that right. Just
That's what
making
line
sure.
is.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. I also have I have like I keep like little cards on my desk, and one says +1 saving throw, so I figured that's what that was. Okay, that's all I got. Sorry.
all right. No need to be sorry. Okay. So with that, we're gonna go ahead and start at the top of the round with Kira. This is Kira. You're the real Kira.
Am I pretending like that's me?
Yeah, pretend like that's you.
Kira almost seems to freeze for a second, and she gets there's the rapid fire, like, I'm doing calculations math meme expression, and then she, fuck, shove us through the mirrors, match the mirrors, Bunkin, get you in that one, and she's going to point to the one where the other Kira's currently at, Tempest, the other one, points to the left. And then she's going to... It was the fastest way I could describe that. She's going to reach out and, like, gesture towards the other her. And I'm going to try and shadow teleport, vortex warp myself. Can I get a con save, please? DC 18.
You're doing it to the other you?
Yes, please.
Okay.
It is a 90 range.
I got a 15.
Woo. Okay. I am shoving myself through the southmost mirror.
Got it.
We're
So
trying to
you're-
tell. Yeah.
So you're using the shadow teleport, essentially.
Yep.
To put her in that mirror.
Yes.
Okay. So, Tempest, you literally just used Eldritch Blast to throw false Kira into that mirror, and you see very familiar silvery magic with surrounded with shadow completely engulf her, and then you guys would hear her holler out in anger when she appears in the southmost mirror. And that is all that happens. Now, when you threw her into this other one, it retaliated against you, Tempest, I believe.
Yeah, psychic damage, I think, right?
Yeah. And Kira, you do not feel any psychic attack against you.
Okay. And she's still kind of doing the calculations, breathes a little bit of a sigh of relief. And then Marcus maybe north? I don't fucking know. Min, can you... And Min's going to try and beat up Marcus.
Okay.
I don't think I have time to say anything else realistically.
No, not really. Yeah. Hey, Pain.
23 to beat up not Marcus.
That will hit.
And we're gonna put another 2d6 behind that.
Okay. All right. So that's a total of 14.
Yes.
All right. He does appear to take it.
Okay. That's action, bonus action, verbal. I'm pretty sure that's all I got.
Okay.
So.
All right, moving on to False Kira. So, False Kira, you can see she is behind that mirror, and as she goes to walk through it, Tempest, probably only you would see. She kind of slams into the glass as she tries to step through it. You can see her cuss in Elvish, and then you're not sure what she's doing. It looks like she is possibly casting a spell. Are you gonna do anything?
Me? I don't think I can do anything about her casting spells.
Can't counter arty shit though, right?
Right.
I don't have counterspell anyway, so I couldn't do anything.
Okay. All right.
The only reaction I have is unless somebody takes damage from an attack near my tentacle.
Okay. All right. So, but it does not appear that she's able to get through that glass when she tries to. So, moving on to Tempest.
Out of curiosity, you said she was casting a spell, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, so I have superior dark vision, and I am facing that direction. I'm not curious to see. I don't give a fuck what she's casting, but does it appear that she succeeds at the incantation? And if so, what is it that manifests spell-wise?
So you would see that she does succeed, and you would see it looks like
I mean, does she buff herself with something, or does she try to shoot through the glass and doesn't go?
No,
or...
you would notice, especially you would notice that it looks like some of the damage she's taken was healed.
Understood. Okay, thank you.
You are welcome.
Okay, so it's me, Tempest, or it's
you, Tempest, the real Tempest.
Mirror. Okay. All right, and Kira shouted to put my Tempest, or the Mirror Tempest, in this one, in the past.
That's what she yelled at you, yep.
Yeah, Tempest West.
All right, I'm going to fly up. How high up is other Tempest? Is he 20 feet, or is he actually?
He's 20
is he
feet
not
up.
flying?
Yeah, he was 20 feet up.
I'm going to cast Lightning Lure on Tempest here to bring him closer to me, hopefully.
Alright.
So yeah, that's going to be a Strength 15 to save.
Oh, he's strong.
Strong?
No, he failed by 1, so...
Oh, hey, there we go. Okay. Okay, so he's going to take 3d8 lightnings. Zip zap. And then be pulled 10 feet in my direction. Yeah, right there. What's up, baby? Oh, damn, you're handsome. Give me that backpack back. Okay, and then bonus action, let's Tentacles Mirror Marcus.
Alright.
Oh, absolutely not.
Yeah, that does not hit.
Not even a little bit.
No.
Alright, so then Zooples, I'll move them kind of above the group here a little bit.
Okay.
Kind of in a holding pattern, or if anybody gets hurt or goes down. And that's it.
Alrighty. False Tempest. He is going to... He is going to, start casting a spell.
Would I know immediately what it would be?
You can try to identify it if you want to.
Sure. What is that, Arcana?
Yeah, it's going to be a counter, so go ahead and do an Arcana. Yeah, Arcana.
16.
Yep, so you would... Sorry, do it's a performance, and I'm sure that's better for you. So go ahead and do that to see where you land.
Okay. Yeah. Worse, actually. I'm sure I'll find out the effects in a moment anyway.
Yes, so you would definitely recognize what he's casting. He was actually casting Bane again. And if you want to counter it, you can. You just would have to burn. You'd have to burn the same spell to do it.
Oh.
And use your reaction.
And use your reaction. Yeah.
I see. I feel like we're gonna have to fight a dragon at some point, so I'm gonna try to reserve some spell slots here. Does it have to be the same level? Would I know that?
Yeah, so I mean, it's common knowledge on how the counterspelling process works. According to Janice's head nod. So yeah, you can. It doesn't have to be the same level, but if he's going to cast a first level Bane, you would have to cast at least a first level Bane. But you can burn a higher level Bane. Doesn't matter.
All right. Well, then I will attempt first level Bane to counter it.
All right. So give me a performance check again.
Fuck it. I'm gonna use my reaction to take that up to a 16.
Okay. Yes. So you see he starts to cast the spell. You recognize it immediately, Tempest. And you guys would see this Tempest, the evil Tempest. His magic looks different. Your Tempest has kind of the watery feel to it. This Tempest is sort of what you used to see prior to the necklace. So you would see it almost looks like a watery hand appears right on top of the evil Tempest. We'll just call him the Mirror Tempest. And it kind of like slaps his hand so he's not able to cast the spell. So it just kind of like smacks him. Yeah. And he does not successfully get the spell off.
Bad evil Tempest.
All right. With that, you'll see him do a little toot toot on the bagpipes, and the Mirror Marcus is going to clearly Tempest, you'd be able to recognize he gave him an inspiration, and then he is going to move the heck away from you.
Right where I want you.
All right, moving on. Bonkin.
Marcus is first.
Oh, right. Yep, Marcus, you go first, the real Marcus.
Okay, so without any other information from Kira about what she is fucking talking about with the mirrors, unfortunately Marcus is completely clueless on this. So Marcus is just gonna do what Marcus does best, which is smack the shit out of shit. Especially since I'm fucking surrounded now. So I am going to start by feeling the pause behind me, and Marcus is going to spin around suddenly in kind of like a whirlwind flail motion, and I'm going to use the attack action. My first attack is going to be to try to fucking hammer spank bad Syl, weird Syl out of the air.
We were gonna adopt them!
Well, lucky for you, I rolled a nat 1, so I still got a few more strikes in this old thing. 13? I don't know what
Will
fucking
hit.
Syl's AC is.
Yeah, that hits Syl.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and hit Syl for 16 points of magical bludgeoning psychic.
Okay. Yep. So as you hit her with the thing, you kind of just like smack her out of the air like a fly with a fly swatter. So she'll.
Oh, but she's still good.
No, she hits the
Oh,
ground.
she's not.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! Marcus looks over at Kira and goes, "You need to fix that before we get to this future fuck up."
Kira has made a strangled sound at the impact crunch and collapse.
With that being said, fuck. Okay, that was my 2 attacks, my 2 action attacks. I am then going to... okay, I'll use my bonus action, and I am going to swing again, and I'm just gonna have to keep going, at this point. I'm gonna swing at, Min that's attacking me. Alright, that's a...
Oh yeah, that hits
23.
her.
Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and deal 20 points of magical bludgeoning psychic, but I'm also gonna burn a psi point, and I'm gonna dump a psionic strike into her. And that's gonna be max damage, so an additional 12, so 32 points of magical bludgeoning psychic force.
All right, yeah. So she when you hit her, you dent the side of her.
She will also need to make a strength saving throw.
Okay.
DC 17. And yep, DC 17 strength saving throw.
Oh yeah, she fails
I will
horribly.
choose to knock her prone,
Okay,
and she's still kicking.
she's still kicking. She's not happy.
Then I will burn my hasted action to strike at her 1 time with the offhand flail again at advantage because she's prone. Not great. That's actually there's a 5 and an 8, but a 17.
A 17 will hit.
Alright, so then let's go ahead and on top of that 32, let's drop another 17, so we're looking at a total of 39 points of damage.
Yeah, she doesn't look great. She's got a ton of dents and scratches. She's still kicking, but she does not look good.
Excellent. With her kind of at my back and bonking on the ground and breathing weird, I'm just gonna spin back around. Marcus will look again at Kira and just say, "We seriously need to get that fucking rhino hide or whatever it is, boulette hide on these 2. Stat." And then I end my turn.
All right.
Just so you know, I moved my marker down. I've got 7 rounds on haste.
Thank you. All right, so the other Marcus is gonna go.
I think you skipped my turn.
No, it's been you and then your reflection each time. It just I have to bounce around because this thing put you guys out of order for some reason. So the other Marcus is going to.
Oh, so the other Marcus is the other 7.
Yeah.
Okay. It's so weird. You know, you can change the names, right? I mean, unless if you go into the turn order, I didn't mean change the names, but if you go into the turn order, you can actually drag like Bonkin directly below me on your end.
Yeah, you know, I'll do it again. When I did that with Kira, I don't remember if I think it was between games that it switched. Let me move them.
Well, it switches if you're also using D&D Beyond as a turn tracker. If you are only using Roll20, that's how I had to do the damn World Breaker fight. I didn't even open up the fucking the tracker.
Got it.
It throws it all out of
Yeah, it
Sorry, I
does.
didn't mean to interject, but it might just make it easier so nobody forgets.
Yeah, no, that will be easier. Okay, so now we're on other Marcus. So as you're talking to Kira, the Marcus reflection looks at you and says, "Good luck. Mine never listens." And then he is going to take a swing at you.
Rude.
Be a better listener.
My AC
What?
is currently
I'm sorry, did you say-
22.
Okay. Actually, the first one will miss.
Okay.
The second one will hit.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and burn a first level spell slot. And as he comes down at me, his eyes will flash pink. The shield will manifest around him. He's just going to go, "Oh, yours is still stuck in that mode, is she?" And then he kind of like side-eyes Kira and winks.
All right.
My AC is now 26.
Okay, then it misses. So you'll see the flail comes around, and just as it's about to hit you, you do your snark and put up the shield spell, and the other Marcus goes, "Fuck!" And then he's going to try to hit you one more time.
I also don't like that he's talking to me like we're old fucking pals.
The oldest.
This definitely hits.
Oh man, you rolled higher than a 20. You fucking.
I rolled a nat 20.
Oh well, yep, that'll do that. All right, go ahead and lay it on me. Okay. Give us just
1
1 second,
second.
guys. We do have to pause really quick. We possibly have offer on our house. We had people coming to see it today, so our realtor's calling us. So just give me 1 sec.
Good luck.
So we
let's hope so.
scheme.
This area has been really bad for like the housing market. It's terrible because our house is priced kind of on the high side for like what the like average demographic is, and it just doesn't work out right. So
It's pretty
But
much
we'll see what
everywhere,
happens.
man.
Thankfully,
It's pretty
though,
much
thankfully we live really close to an Air Force base, and you know what happens, Kevin, at outposts and bases right around springtime as they start filtering in new guys. So the 2 people we've had come and look at the house, they have both been Air Force dudes. So
everywhere. All right, that's good then. More nervous to hear like this outcome than knowing how this fight's going to turn out.
So, Kira, could you mind repeating exactly what you said about the mirrors?
I don't remember the frantic Kira-ness. We have a VOD for that, but I can tell you which direction I told you to shove yourself.
I just want to make sure, because if Marcus couldn't figure out which way to go, then I don't know about
Oh, I specifically said I had no idea about Marcus.
I thought I actually put Bonkin in the mirror like shortly after he came out.
Yes, that's the one the north one. He's supposed to be
Yeah.
in, like the
Yeah.
half past one.
Bonkin's supposed to be east, Tempest is west, Kira is south, and because Marcus is vampiric, it might be north or none of them at all, or some of the others. Because we
Also,
can't
you put-
see his reflection to know.
Also, you put Min in the north one, and she just ran back out.
Oh, that was Min.
So
I thought it was Bonkin for some reason.
And Kira's successfully trapped so far in the south, so I am relatively confident in my last week logic.
So far, it's making sense.
I rolled well on intelligence briefly, I think. Fucking blackberry cider. It's like a solid 8.5 out of 10.
Sounds interesting. I never
drinks-
would have imagined blackberry
so-
cider as a thing.
Yeah, well, it's blackberry and apple, and it drinks so smoothly. It is so dangerous.
okay,
What's
Sorry,
the ABV on that?
sorry about that.
Good news?
Kind of.
We're in the one we didn't expect to make an offer is getting ready to make an
Yeah.
offer, but they wanted to lowball us by like $15,000, and if we did
Way it
that,
goes.
the problem is we'd have to cut a check at the closing table.
Yeah.
We can't lose money on the house, so we were like, yeah,
Thankfully, our
talk
realtor.
with your agent and see if she can drop her commission
Yeah.
a little bit.
Thankfully, ours had our back, and she told them, "Look, they haven't been here that long to get that much equity. Like, they're not walking away with much. So if you want to do that, you're gonna have to find a cut somewhere." So we'll
It's
see what
already pretty
happens.
much a brand new fucking house.
Yeah,
So
and we've
yeah,
maintained
you
it.
get the washer, the dryer, 3 big string TVs.
Brand new stuff in the kitchen.
Yeah, the kitchen,
Yeah.
backyard.
Oh, damn.
We're good though.
Oh.
We'll see what
Yeah, we
happens.
bought everything. This house came with jack shit, so. Alright, anyways, back to my fucking critical damage, if
Yeah.
you don't mind.
Yeah, that was a cliffhanger.
Yeah, hit him hard for all his sass.
Just wait. I got something for fucking you, Bonkin.
You always do. I've died
Again.
through twice already.
You haven't died twice. I only killed you once.
Yeah, but I died at the fight before, like on our way here
Oh.
from the Shadow People.
Oh, okay, well, that wasn't my fault.
Okay, Marcus.
You have beaten me up to
Oh,
near
I
death
have.
twice.
I should have executed you that first time. Maybe that would have just put one in the bank for the second time.
That's gonna be 23 points.
Already reduced?
Not already
or-
reduced,
Okay,
nope.
so I take
It'll be
11
12.
or 12?
11.
23
It's
versus
11, yeah.
So I take 11, Kira takes
Yep.
11.
And Kira, as you wince, I'm assuming you're wincing. As you wince, you'd hear, Marcus, you would hear your reflection kind of laugh when he notices her wince. And then that's gonna be it for his turn. Moving on to Bonkin.
So I have a question that I asked you
Mm-hmm.
in DMs. Sorry, I should be more specific.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, in that case, I will grab me unconscious, and I will follow Kira's advice and drag him down past Mirror Marcus. So it's 10 feet movement, right? If I'm grappling someone,
What'd you say?
I'm grabbing myself.
Right.
It's 10 feet if I move someone grappled, right?
No, you can
10
move
feet was
normally.
correct.
No.
Just what is the weight? It just works against your encumbrance.
Yeah.
But I don't think that matters for you. Aren't you strong as fuck?
Yeah, so my current encumbrance is like over 100, I think. Yeah,
Yeah.
encumbered weight is 190, and I currently only have 4 pounds on it.
Yeah.
But how much do
does
you
Bonkin
weigh?
weigh?
Oh, I said like 320 was what we worked out.
I would say you're moving at half then. Yeah, so you'd be moving at half speed. You're going straight toward this mirror. Is that right?
Yes, so I'd go 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 to there.
Okay.
And then I will spend a key point. Let me just make sure I'm not lying to you.
The other Marcus is going to try to swing at you as you go by.
Yeah, I figured.
Good thing I knocked Min down.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I feel really bad for that fucking baseball swing.
That-
I'm gonna have nightmares. I'm gonna be like, yo, Professor, you need to get into this thing and fucking
That will hit
wipe
you.
that from the playing field.
Right, what's the damage?
That's going to be 18 points of damage. And it is magical.
I'm not raging anyway.
Well, good.
Yeah. Anyway, I will then spend a key point to use Step of the Wind, which lets me dash as a bonus action.
Alrighty.
And I will go 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. I will slip the cover page of a spell book that has nothing inside of it that I've had for ages into the coat of other Bonkin. And then I think that's as much as I can do.
Alright.
Because I don't know if I can throw other Bonkin through the mirror.
Yeah, because that would be your attack. You've already used all of your economy, really, so.
Yeah, so I'm done for this turn.
Alright. Wait, do you have multi-attack?
I do. But I don't know if that works on grapples.
So grapple though forgoes one of your attacks as a contest. So if you have multi-attack, because you can split your attack action, you technically can grapple, move, and then throw as your other attack action.
And I'll allow that if you'd like to.
I only
Yes,
know
I
that
would
because I've done it before.
But yes,
Fire
I'd like to do
tornado?
it.
Okay. Alright, so you throw the not lifeless, the ragdoll body of your other self into the mirror, and he flies through, lands on the other side, and you do not. There's no repercussion, as far as you can tell.
Cool. Then that is all I can do.
Okay.
Actually, I have 5 more feet of movement, so I'll move 5 feet back.
All right. Back to the top with the real Kira.
Okay. She's going to through with the most pained voice, just, Marcus, can you take off your armor? Not his armor. And she's just gonna point, realizing that she's confusing even herself. And I am going to hold my actual action to try and so I'm gonna take a step closer, and then I'm going to hold my actual action to try and stab Marcus. If
AC's
his
26. Oh, that Marcus. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, just all these other.
I know I'm still a little mad at you. If he successfully doffs that armor. So, blade in hand, hovering by other Marcus, and she's just going to glare at the imposter. Min is going to turn and is going to try and finish herself off.
All right.
I hate every bit of this. I hope you know this. You are evil. But Min
You
knows
already
her
know that hits,
weaknesses.
yeah. All right, yeah, she doesn't look good. The other Min does not look good.
That will conclude our turn.
All right, moving on to them.
Could you, Kana, sorry, could you put a X on Little Sill just so I know that she's out?
So
Or is she not out?
she is on the ground.
Okay, fair enough. So we're not doing. So there's no way to tell if anybody's been down.
No, you've noticed the other Bonkin was downed, and then got.
I just meant visual represent.
I have
that
a
fucking bonk.
Yeah, I have a knocked down thing on her. You might not be able to see it.
Oh,
Though.
is it?
I have
Oh
a.
god, I'm
yeah.
sorry. I had to go to 159.
I know, they're really
I
small.
apologize. Sorry about that. That's my bad.
No, it's all good. If the X will help,
I see it now. I see it now.
I can do the X if you want. I just usually indicate that they're dying with that.
Yeah, the X. That's why I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, I'll just
I don't think
Because the
Sill's
X usually
dying.
indicates they are out.
She's-
Because I know we don't one-shot all of our enemies, so the X typically indicates that they're dead. I've never seen the knockdown thing, so.
Yeah, so she had exactly 16 hit points. So we'll just that.
So she was unconscious.
She was you're right, not like dying.
Understood.
Yeah,
Got
but
it.
I'll just do that because she's tiny. So
I don't think Sill. I think she just turns back into a ruby normally when she
Oh, does she?
would
Okay.
go to 0.
okay, perfect.
Let me-
Then there's a
Usually
ruby there
it's
instead.
homunculus, right?
Yep.
We haven't
But
faced this.
it's because it's doesn't say anything about bleeding out, but I'm assuming it's not
Okay.
going to actually bleed out.
Then
so.
what happened was Marcus hit Syl, and when the false Syl's body hit the floor, you hear ting to ting ting, and there is a ruby there now instead of the Syl.
Loot pinata.
And then the other Min,
We're breaking up.
She was still prone. When it's her turn, she'll stand up. But we'll start with. Well, yeah, no, I guess that is where we have to start. So you would hear Kira. It's muffled. It's like she's in another room, yelling through a door. You would hear her yelling cuss words in Elven out at you guys. Pretty much everything you've heard this Kira say. Maybe something a little worse. And then this Min is going to stand up and is going to turn to the other Min and slash at her. Okay, she does hit the other Min. Okay.
I can't do anything about it, unfortunately. So.
All right, but that's only going to be for 5 points of damage. So there's
Got
like a
it.
screech as the metal claw slashes across the metal body of the real Min, and it echoes throughout the room because there's so many freaking glass mirrors on the wall. It's terrible. You're welcome. Moving on.
I did. Syl is still on Min's back, by the way. I just moved her slightly so I can do
Okay,
HP
yeah.
things.
I know that gets tough. Moving on to the real Tempest.
Oh, it's the real me. All right, I'm going to 5, 10 right here, and attempt to. I know I'm not going to get him all the way there, even if I hit him all 3 times. But I'm going to Eldritch Blast, Mirror Tempest 3 times.
All right.
Possible. Yeah. Here's one. I mean,
So that
19 hits me.
Yeah, that definitely hits him.
And 19 still hits me.
Yep.
And then I'm going to burn Inspiration to be better.
Okay.
Slightly better.
That hits too.
Okay.
All 3 of them do
so-
hit.
Nice. That never happens. All right. So it's going to be 17 and 20 total damage.
All right, that was good. That was good.
That was a good one. And then he's going to be pushed the 10, almost to the mirror, not quite.
Just outside of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, nice. And I wish I could do something more to push him a little bit further, but that's all I can do for now. Okay, so then what do we got going on up here? You know what? Since I'm gonna follow Mirror Tempest's lead and inspire my Marcus.
All right.
I just saw the cat. Min with the mustache. Fantastic.
I have no regrets.
That's fantastic. Oh, actually, that's Syl. Never mind. With the wings.
Yeah,
Okay.
nope, that one's Syl. It's got
That's
the
Syl.
wings.
Okay, yes. Marcus, you are inspired.
Thank you.
Yes, and that will. Oh, actually, you know what? I will. 10, 15, 20, 30. Just move closer. That's it.
All right, moving on. Sorry, you distracted me with the mustache cat.
No
Right.
regrets.
It's gonna be this Tempest's turn. So. So he's going to. Let's see. So you will see him. Sorry, I'm trying to look at something really fast here. So he's going to go.
Oh, come back.
he can speak common. Okay, so he's going to go up there, and then he's going to actually try to Eldritch Blast you back.
Rude.
He is rude. Sorry, it was going super slow. Only one of them will hit. So the first one, the magic, you know exactly what he's doing. But again, it doesn't look like yours. He clearly has a patron, but his magic looks entirely different from yours. It's much darker.
Is it also watery, or is it just?
It just looks like kind of a dark energy. It's not watery, and it's not. there's no lightness to it whatsoever. So the first one shoots past you, completely misses you. The second one will hit you square in the chest, and he will choose to push you. And then the third one misses completely.
How much damage am I taking there?
It's gonna be... Oh, it's gonna be 12 points. I rolled max damage on that, so 12 points of gross, inky squid blast damage.
Okay.
Per Xavier.
I'm gonna do my con save here. So I need to roll a 12 or better, right? Or is it 10 better? Yeah.
Just a 10 or better.
Ooh, 11 on the die.
You're good, you're good. Alright, and then, yeah, he's gonna look around and notice, crap. You'll see the panic in his face when he realizes that two people are, like, stuck elsewhere right now. And that's it. Moving on to Marcus.
Okay, so Marcus's turn rolls around. The shield fades. I'm gonna move my haste die down one. Marcus is going to glance at Kira and then back at him and then back at the mirror behind him, and he just kind of shrugs and goes, "Do you want me to strip him fucking naked or throw him through the mirror?"
I can't say things.
Yes. Yes, both.
Can Marcus try to insight what her eyes are saying?
Yeah.
I know that. Look.
Do it with advantage.
Okay.
Hungry eyes.
Her eyes are saying strip him naked. You already know.
Oh, so you like this body? You like the before body? Slightly doughy and not quite as dexterous. All right. Okay, here comes the. Whoops! Shit, that was investigation. My bad. Do not take that.
I won't.
All right, because it was a very high roll. There we go.
That's
I
better.
have a higher, but I have a lower bonus by 3.
Sure.
So.
Yeah. So yeah. What are your eyes? What are your eyes saying, Kira?
Okay, so there is a definite like warring between neither I don't fucking know, just do something, and naked Marcus. There's a little bit of both.
He kind of half cocks a smile, looks back at Marcus, drops both the flails on the ground, and goes, "As you wish." And his eyes go completely black. His hands come up and glow pink. And Candace, for the first time in combat, not on myself, I am going to use Psi Don Doff armor, and I am going to choose to psionically doff my armor from the duplicate me, and I will just piecemeal everything off of this fucking guy. So I burn a psi point for that,
Okay.
and I strip all of his armor off, and I fucking just lay it on the ground next to him.
You sure do. And he looks real confused as the armor starts like disconnecting itself, and then looks over at Kira, and then looks back at you, and he looks like he steels himself to fight without armor.
Marcus smiles and he just
I'm
says,
gonna have a triggered action go off, or a held action there too.
Yeah, you will. Go ahead. What does Marcus do?
"Oh no, if she's got a held action, hers would go first."
Go ahead.
When he looks over at Kira, her ears are still definitely tinged darker gray. I'm just gonna, no, not as good, and stab. That would have hit through the armor.
That would have hit through the armor.
That would have hit through the armor and all of my shields and everything.
You
I
didn't-
couldn't have done shit about a 28.
She didn't go for a run today either. She needs to. She needs some milk. Roll the damage. 10, okay.
Kira was just thirsty
No, no,
at
no.
that point. That's all that was.
16, thank you very much.
Very
Where are
good.
you
All
aiming,
right.
Kira?
And okay, so because I have extra attack, it's 2 attacks for 1 attack action. So I still get my second attack then, I think.
You did hold your attack action.
I know as a rogue I would only get one because that's a bonus action for it, but extra attack is just when you attack, you get to do it twice.
So extra attack, or what is it called? Extra attack?
Yep, it's extra
So
attack.
it's specifically works on your turn.
Okay, perfect.
So
Then
we'll
just
just
the
say
one
just the one.
stabbing. That works perfectly.
I mean, it was a good stabbing, so
That is perfect too, because yeah, they say no extra attacks, which fucking sucks.
it does suck. But I think the verbiage there that you know how we always look for that key verbiage. It's on your turn.
Yes.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. You are absolutely right about that.
Y'all know I'd love
100%.
to give you the extra. Okay, but Marcus is bleeding his own.
Give her the milk.
Just he's bleeding his own blood, and it doesn't seem like he likes it very much either. Much like your Marcus.
Okay, so as
Continue. As you are.
Kira shanks the shit out of Marcus, who is now standing there. I'm assuming let me ask you this: now that the armor's off, is he wearing a sweatsuit, or is there just nothing underneath like old Marcus who didn't wear the sweatsuit before? I want to know how far back this goes, because this is actually really okay. This is
It
really
is
fucking important.
but also
Because there was a point where Marcus wore nothing but his undies underneath this armor, and it fucked him up for a long time. And then I started wearing the sweatsuits. This guy is obviously not Vampire Marcus, so we have 3 tiers of Marcus. Where does he fall?
4. There's also the time you tried on your looted underwear.
Oh, I wear that when nobody's
boy
around,
shorts?
so let's not talk about try on.
I should have had him in the boy shorts. I should have had him in the
It's
boy
in the
shorts.
fucking gross boy shorts that I found in some
No, no.
ramshackle underground tunnel.
No, so that's the only thing that's kind of weird, Marcus, is that he's wearing jogging shorts but no shirt, and he has a lot of scars on his chest. Many you don't recognize.
Okay. Where did she stab him?
Where would you have been aiming, Kira? I'm assuming for his chest.
I honestly have no idea on that. Wherever she could get a good line of attack on. So when he
Okay.
turned to look, it probably would be torso there.
Okay.
All right, Marcus doesn't think anything of it. I was just curious where
If
she
it was a
stabbed.
crit, that would be very different. That would be aimed.
So Marcus watches her stab as he takes the clothes off, and he goes, "Oh, I wonder how you taste." And then he, with my hasted action, I am going to lurch forward, and I am going to try to fucking bite him.
Yeah, that sounds like something you do.
That's a 27 to hit
Yeah, that'll hit. Yeah.
without his armor.
Yeah, that's on brand. Yeah.
Okay, so that's 18 points of damage. 8 of that's piercing. 10 is necrotic.
Okay.
And then because this is still my turn, I am gonna burn the Psionic Strike ability since I dealt damage to him, and that is gonna be for an additional 6 points of force damage. He needs to make a Strength saving throw, DC 17. And you also see Mark. Well, Candace, I guess this is a you question. Does it heal me?
Yes. His blood has a sulfuric taste to it. It's what you would expect a tiefling's blood to taste like. So there's no ill effects of like biting another vampire, so you can really confirm that.
Okay.
And he rolled a nat 20 for his save.
Okay, perfect. So he definitely does not get knocked down. But yeah, I will bite the shit out of him. And
Yeah, you do.
then as I let go, I just kind of spit some of his own blood back on him and just go, "Egg salad, you fucking twat." And I end my turn.
And as his turn begins, he says, "You're a vampire, you fucking twat." And then he is going to attack you back.
Alright, let's do it, baby.
Your shield is down now, right?
Shield is down.
So you're at a
My
20
AC is 22.
Okay, the first one misses.
Okay.
The second one will hit.
Okay, I'll go ahead and burn another first level spell slot, and I will pop shield once again and just stare at him and just be like, "You look terrible naked. I look fantastic."
As you say that, the flail smashes you in the side. He actually does manage to get past the shield.
God
with
damn,
one.
again?
I got a
It's
27.
26?
I got a 27.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, I rolled an 18.
All right.
One
I'll take
second.
it. Thank God I'm not concentrating on anything. By the way,
You
I
suck to fight.
yeah, as at the tail end of that turn, just so you know, I'm back at full health. So
Okay.
so whatever this is.
So that's gonna be 5, and you'll see his eyes flash as well.
Okay.
So it's gonna be 5 points from the flail, and then so that'll be halved to 2. I rolled a nat 1 on that, and then 11 points from the extra.
So what's the total? Because we split
It'd
it. We already
be
divided.
16, so 8.
So we each take 8. Okay.
Yep. And then
Is he forcing a strength saving throw, or is he not at that level yet? And I am asking that seriously because that only comes at a specific level.
so isn't there someone behind you? Yeah, he's
Well,
gonna try to knock
Boston.
you down.
Okay. So
Yep.
it's a strength saving
Yep.
throw? Okay, got it. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and spend my Bardic Inspiration.
Okay.
Tempest, what oh actually hang on, so that's a 13, so it's a 14 base because of my saving throw. It was a strength. Okay, so Tempest, do I roll twice and take the highest?
So this one is you gain temporary hit points equal to the number rolled plus 2.
Okay, for saving throws, and then what is your hit?
For saving
What is your dice?
D8.
Oh, D8. Oh, got it.
Is it? Hang on.
I think it's a D8.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a D8 unless I upgrade it. Yeah, it's a D8.
Okay, here we go. So that is +4, so that puts me at a 17. I know that I am a 17 save, so there's no way this.
No, yeah,
is more
you
than
saved.
that.
Yep.
Oh, okay, so and I'm sorry, it was the what I rolled.
You get temporary hit points
Well,
Yeah,
you
but how
you get temp hit points. What? Yeah, so you rolled a 4, so you get 6 temp.
because
hit
it's plus 2.
points
Yeah.
back.
Fucking amazing. Got it.
All right. I don't know why this thing's all wacky, but I'll skip forward here.
And how long do those temp hit points last? Is it just until rest, or is it a minute, or
Until
they're
they're
gone?
Until they're gone.
They're one of the temp hit points, so that cannot be healed.
Correct.
Correct. Okay.
To my knowledge, correct me if I'm wrong, Tempest.
Yeah, no, they don't. Yeah, just as long they'll stay there until they're used, I think, or a long rest.
Yeah, it's a dummy shield kind of, so it can't be rehealed.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Thank you.
And Bonkin.
Cool. So how does a high jump work?
Okay, high jump. You leap into the air a number of feet equal to 3 plus your strength modifier if you move at least 10 feet on foot immediately before. When you make a standing high jump, you can jump only half that distance. So it's going to be your strength modifier plus 3.
All right then, I will. As a bonus action, forget what I was trying to do because he's too far, and rage.
Okay.
I will then move over to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, get over here. And I will try and punch Marcus.
Which one?
Not the real one.
Okay.
The one with no clothes.
Naked Marcus?
No armor, my bad, I'm correct.
Yeah, Naked Marcus. That's his name now.
Are we sure it's Marcus?
Oh, that's a nat 20.
That's a nat 20.
Yeah, that'll do. Sorry, nat 20s are the only thing that don't hit this Marcus. That's not doubled, is it?
So I
it's gonna
rolled
be-
max damage on that, so it's an 8. So it'd be 22 damage total.
Alrighty. All right.
Sorry, I debated having him make a con save to prove a point, but I don't want to do that. I will hit him again.
Do it. Do it. Make this punk bitch pay for all of my failures.
I rolled a 12.
The 12 does not hit. No, no.
Okay, then I will hit him with my nothing else because I used my bonus action to rage.
Okay, that doesn't hit.
Cool.
All right, moving on.
It's okay, I'm a threat, he knows it now.
Yeah,
That 20 was
he knows.
personal.
Now he knows it. All right.
All my,
you're-
right, sorry, I should probably mention all my rage effects apply to
Oh,
Marcus,
okay,
so
okay.
whenever he tries to attack anyone that's not me, he has
It's a
disadvantage.
And it's every attack, not just the first, correct?
Yes, it's every attack.
All right, perfect. thank
Also, if he does hit someone, the damage is half.
you. Okay. Just putting that on him to remind myself. I can't really see because we're all on top of each other. But all right, back to the top with the real Kira.
Yeah, that works. Yep. That definitely works. She says that as Marcus like strips the armor away, but as false Marcus strikes real Marcus, her expression sobers, like some of the strangled like distraction of, oh, he's not wearing clothes, just melts away, and she switches to Elven and goes, oh, you fucking did not. And she is going to lean forward and she is going to try and touch this Marcus. Hang on. And I am going to try and we're going to shadow rot this Marcus. We're just gonna do it at first level for now. My freebie one.
Well, you really wanted to touch Marcus with no shirt on. Shirtless Marcus has been touched.
Her hand is almost like a talon of like claws of shadows as she reaches out. She's pissed after false Marcus beats up her Marcus, and I do shit damage though. I did
Oh.
11 on 3d10. That was garbage.
Still pretty good though. I mean, 11 is 11, and he has to take it all.
Sorry, I have to switch between tabs to mark off the various things. You can leave him the fuck alone. Min is going to like pause at Kira's tone, look over, decide she wants nothing to do with whatever the fuck's going on, and try and beat up Falseman some more.
Alrighty.
Can you roll
Yeah.
like this in a normal fight, Min? Please?
No, only when she's fighting herself.
7 points of fuck you, I get the bed damage.
Alright. Yep, and this one is, the other min is barely standing at this point. You're able to hear some of her, her parts are failing. Like, you can hear the gears coming to a grinding halt.
Okay. Yeah, nope, that concludes our stuff, our things.
Alright. Back to this one. So you will hear pounding on the mirror to the south as the min up north is being destroyed, and the false Syl is just a gem on the floor. This min to the north is going to attack the other min, but not without a meaningful glance to the mirror at the south first, and then it will attack your min.
Rude ass cat.
Not with a nat 1. She ain't gonna hit with a nat 1. Alright, so then you will see What's Min's movement, Kira?
40.
Okay. So you're gonna see she will scoop up the gem. You guys can get your attacks of opportunity if you'd like, but she is taking
Fuck
off.
yeah. I am going to do my, as Kira, I'm doing my attack of opportunity with Shocking Grasp,
Okay.
not with the blade. So I'm going to do mine first.
I'll stop her right by you just in case.
Okay, there's an X on her, so
That's
she's out.
she's
or-
carrying the gem.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can't do any attacks of opportunity.
Yeah. I missed with mine, unfortunately, I
Okay.
think. Yeah, she's... Well, does she have the same AC?
Yeah.
Okay, so I missed
No,
barely.
actually, no, she doesn't. You hit.
Okay, so then from me, it is 15 points of zappy drop it damage, and then I'll roll mittens as well.
You don't have to.
Oh, sorry.
So as you...
Well,
Well... Min made super sure. All right, for effect, and so that nat 20 doesn't get wasted. So you see this this Min, that Min starts to take off and gets as far as grabbing the gem, and then you and your Min are just on top of it. You're like, oh hell no, and you the metal on metal sound screeches through the room again, and then there's a zzz, and this Min, it's not like it's nothing dramatic and like humanoid. She just seizes up and stops moving mid-step. And that is it for their turn. Moving on to the Real Tempest.
Okay, Real Tempest is going to maneuver himself to blast Mirror Tempest into the mirror. 25 right there. I think that should. Okay, and then yeah, 3 blasts to Mirror Tempest.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
That. Yeah.
That's gonna miss.
Yeah, that one misses.
It kind of made up for that nat 20.
That one
Okay.
hits.
All right, so all right, he's well. First off, he's going to be pushed 20 feet into the mirror. All right, and then crit damage. There's a crit damage.
Nice. All right.
This is the regular damage. So damn. So 27. Wish I could do that more often.
Yeah, and he looks bad. Like you guys got him to bloody as he goes through the mirror. He looks bloodied, and as he like lands inside of there, you'll see him kind of put a fist up against the mirror and pound on it, and it does not appear that he's able to get through.
I just shout at him as I kind of take a little half step closer. It's like, stay in there. Handsome man, you. And then Tentacles is going to slap Fake Marcus. Attempt to slap Fake Marcus. He hasn't been doing a whole lot of that. Bonus action, slap. He
That will
still
hit.
has high AC. Oh, he does. Oh, okay.
That
okay,
will
okay.
hit. Yeah.
No armor.
No armor.
So 7 cold damage if it matters.
So he is. You guys see he's actually bleeding pretty badly. This Marcus would be considered bloodied. You've never seen Marcus bloodied before. It's not nice. You don't like it.
Is he weeping?
No, he's not weeping. If anything, he looks stronger in his will now that he is damaged this badly.
Okay. That's gonna be it for Tempest.
All right, the other Tempest will not really get a turn because he is trapped behind the glass. So
Oh my god, we got it.
you guys will see him.
Half past the view. Oh god, what if we fucked up Bonkin and Marcus though, and they need to be switched because Bonkin can't try to get out?
Yeah,
we can't confirm it.
And you don't know what happens
Well,
if you go in.
I didn't take psychic damage, so I assume it was correct.
Oh, and that's a good point too, Tempest.
You said what? You said what?
So Tempest had taken psychic damage before when he
Yeah,
put
when I
somebody.
pushed Kira through the raw mirror. Yep.
Yep.
Oh.
You do not take any psychic damage when you push this Tempest through. Okay, so moving on to Marcus.
Okay, so Marcus's turn roll. He just watches nonchalantly as everybody smokes the fuck out of the room, and he's just standing there inside of a bubble. He's back in full health, and he looks down at the Marcus with no clothes on, and he just says, "Well, I suppose it's time to throw you back in the fucking mirror, isn't it?" And I'm gonna lunge at him, and I'm gonna try to fucking grapple him. So I'm
right.
gonna make an athletics check versus his acrobatics.
Okay.
That is only a 14 for me.
Okay, he got a 23.
Okay, I'm gonna try again.
Okay.
That's a 23 for me.
That's a 23 for me.
Okay, so do you want to go to contested whose strength versus whose dex is higher?
Well, they're both you.
Identical though, because if he's using my stats,
Oh, you mean strength
I only
versus-
have stats because of vampire.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's...
So my strength is an 18, so his strength shouldn't be any, or his dex shouldn't be anywhere near.
No,
that,
it's
so
not.
higher.
Nope, it's not. So yeah, you would win. You would win on that contest.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, so I will then turn around. So that was both of my attacks, and then so I will turn around. I will move 5 feet forward. I am very fucking encumbered right now. So I'll move right up to the, that's 20, that is 10, 20 feet of movement just to go those 2 steps. And then I'm just going to fucking throw him through the mirror.
All right.
I can throw him about 10 feet into the mirror.
Yeah, so he flies through the mirror. Whoop. And he flies like through the mirror and then a little bit in. And gets up and comes to the mirror, and you see him like slamming his fist on it, and he says, "I'm the 9th fucking son!"
Yeah, and for my hasted action, I'll just flip him off and go, "Actually, you're a fucking poser. I'm the 9th fucking son." And I will back up. The hasted action will be to dash. I will back up with the hasted action, drop down, and for my environmental, pick my fucking flails up.
All right, perfect.
And I end my turn.
Okay, give me a second. Because now something happens.
So you kids want to fight a time dragon?
That'd be rude, wouldn't it?
That would be what I am, honestly. I'm expecting something absolutely fucking atrocious to just drop
Same.
down on us.
I expect a Kenku and Gnome.
I hope so. I'm telling you right now, though, you stabilize one of them bonking, I'll cut your fucking head off.
I'm fucking killing that Kenku.
Oh, hey! We're finally on the same page.
Yeah, he ain't gonna let that. No. You guys haven't heard, you didn't read what I sent him.
No, I don't know what's going on. This is the most out of the loop Marcus has been in this whole campaign, I think.
So when the other Marcus gets thrown and says that and you call him a poser, you guys see there is gold energy that starts in each of the mirrors, and the mirrors become fogged with this energy, and you're not able to see the other versions of yourselves through the mirror anymore. When that happens, it starts to, there's like energy that shoots out of the mirrors toward the center of the room. Over here. And it starts with Bonkin's mirror, Kira's mirror, then Bonkin's mirror, then Tempest's mirror, and then Marcus' mirror. And then all of a sudden...
So it went east, south, west, north. Is that correct?
Yeah, which just so happens to be the order that you guys sent them through.
Gotcha.
So it creates this orb-like entity in the center who the shape of which is continuously shifting between each of your forms. So we're going to stay in combat order because he's been in this the whole time. And and so this thing, it's just this energy that constantly changes the shape between each of you, and it definitely has an aggressive stance and is turned toward you all right now. So 1 second. Alan! Oh, he's my other 7. Okay. That's appropriate. Okay, so not that Marcus. Alright, so he is going to get a go.
Wait, who is he? I don't see anybody on the field.
It's the giant gold orb in the center of the room.
Oh, the orb is a he? Sorry, I did not realize.
Well,
there was a
sometimes
gender
it's
associated with
sometimes
this
it's
fucking
he,
giant orb.
sometimes it's she. It's
Don't
shifting.
like that.
It's shifting
Nope.
between your.
Absolutely not.
It's shifting between your guys'
Let's go.
likenesses. Okay, hold on a second.
I also only got 5 rounds on haste, and then I got to tap out for a round. So.
Okay, here we go. So,
This better be the aspect of Offenser, because I've got some fucking things to say to him.
it does have a
Madam,
name, but you don't
excuse
know
me.
what it is.
Why don't
so
you like me?
It turns to you, Marcus, and I need you.
How can we tell?
Right now, it is in your likeness. It's
okay.
made of golden energy, but it's your likeness. It turns to you, and I'm going to use a legendary action. It is going to focus on you. I need you to give me an intelligence save.
Okie dokie, an intelligence saving. 1 moment, please. While I pull up all of my reactions to make sure that you cannot completely fuck me. Is this against charm or fear?
This would be
Or poison.
none of those.
Thank you. I will burn my Indomitable,
Okay.
and I will re-roll that fucking 11.
All right.
Do better.
I was gonna fail anyways, so we'll take the we'll take. Actually, excuse me. Technically, it's a 12.
Okay.
Are we still in the same? I got a little bit.
Yeah, we're in
confused
turn
with
order.
the
Same
stop
turn
and
order.
Start.
Same turn order. Yep.
This is still the one where I used my reaction then, so I can't boost that. So
Oh, because she attacked
Nope.
the other min.
Correct.
Yep.
because I zapped him in. Sorry, I can't help.
It's fine. I'll take the 12. Okay, so what happens?
So Marcus, what happens is, as it turns and faces you, you can feel it start to attack your mind. And in this moment, because of everything that just went down, you're not able to properly fight it off the way you normally would. So your mind fractures and you relive what must be a past loop where you failed to control your new power. You lost control, and instead of saving your allies, you turned them into hollowed out husks. So for just 1 turn, you're going to have the stunned effect. And you hear a whisper in your own voice, but it's distorted, that says, "You are not their savior. You are their executioner."
Fucking say less. Let's go. You're right. I've been trying to fucking do this since session 1.
Oh, God.
Are you just? Am I getting? Is this permission?
Yeah, from the gold orb in the middle of the room.
Listen, I just failed a saving throw. Okay, let me have my.
All right, Bonkin, you're up.
All right, got it.
All right. Well, that's an evil orb that did something to Marcus.
What physically happens to Marcus? Does he just fucking stop dead in his tracks and just stand there, or
So-
because stunned means I can't do shit,
Yeah,
so
and-
I can't attack anybody.
Bonkin, you're standing there, and you, just to be clear, you don't feel compelled to attack them, Marcus. But since you're standing right next to Marcus, you would see this thing points at him, and you would see Marcus, he has like almost a look of fear, dare I say, as whatever is going on in his mind hits him, and you notice he just kind of stops in his tracks. He's just staring at this thing. It doesn't look like he's stupefied or anything like that. Like he's still standing, but
Oh, it's completely stupefied because I'm stunned.
You're stunned, but-
as well as incapacitated, which means I cannot speak, move, take any actions or reactions. He is standing there like a drooling pud.
so that's what you see.
The temptation to drag him with me to the orb is very high, but I will not do it. So I will go 5, 10, 15, 20, and purposely step in front of Marcus, in between Marcus and the orb, essentially, and I will attack it.
All right.
I don't know why it's not coming through, but I rolled a 19.
You rolled a 19. Okay, that'll hit.
Here, hold on, let me refresh roll 20. I rolled a 7 damage, by the way, so it's 9.
It's 9. Oh, because you're raging. Okay. All right. And that's magical, right?
Yes, it is force damage. Because it's with my arms. Also, I want him to make a Constitution saving throw. DC 14.
Okay, 1 second. It failed.
It is stunned until the end of my next turn.
All right then.
Bitch, I'm the one who stuns here, not you. So I will attack it again with my second attack with, I rolled a 3 and a 5, so my high is a 13.
For the attack, yeah, that 13 does not hit.
Alright, and then I will bonus action attack,
Okay.
because I haven't used it yet.
That will hit.
Just so you know, this is regular bludgeoning damage,
Okay,
because
thank you.
my subclass specifically says I can't do like flurry of blows or anything with force.
Okay.
And that is my turn.
All right, good turn. Kira, you're up, and you can see something's wrong with Marcus. He stopped moving very suddenly after this thing pointed at him.
Can I try and figure out what the fuck?
You could try to figure out what the fuck.
Okay. Is that Arcana?
You would need to do, insight.
Okay. Hear that, Dice? I said that with a casual tone because I'm expecting this to go okay. That was karmic.
That was karmic. That's not good. Something's wrong with Marcus.
Okay, but we have another false Marcus. Correct?
No, sort of.
The-
So this thing
the orb-
changes. Yeah, it's changing its shape. So like
Yes.
when it was
and at
fighting.
the moment.
Hmm?
Oh, sorry. Continue.
When it was fighting, when Bonkin stepped up to it, it took Bonkin's shape. When it was looking at Marcus, it had Marcus's shape.
It was also acting in between us being able to act.
Correct.
It is extremely powerful.
Yep,
correct?
yep.
We picked that up from
Yeah,
the
it-
shit we fought.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it came out, which normally when things suddenly appear, they don't typically act right away, and it was able to act. But right now, what I will say is, even as you look at it, it appears to not be moving, and it is still in the shape of Bonkin right now. It's not continuously changing shapes like it was when it first showed up.
I think I'm going to try and do what I did with Sybil, hopefully with more effect. I'm going to spend my turn studying this fucker and try and figure out what the hell it is, what's going on with it.
If you want to give me, you
yeah.
can give me an Arcana check so we can see what, or actually just give me an Intelligence check because you've done a lot of studying of these various things, and we'll see if you can figure anything out if it's a good enough roll.
Okay. I have strength boost at the moment, not intelligence. What the fuck, Dice? Well,
This is a
10.
weird.
I can take it up to a 14, but that's all I can do on that. So, I'll take it up to a 14.
Okay.
Worth a shot.
All right, take it up to a 14. What you can do with what you can surmise with a 14 is that this is likely, well, the energy is definitely time based. Okay, so that's clear, and it likely pulled its abilities and energy from the other versions of you guys that you threw into the mirror, because that is where it came from, was the mirror. After the mirrors, I should say, after each of you went into them. With an intelligence of 14.
Okay, then I'm just going to move in front of Marcus, and I'm going to take, since I've still got my blade out, I'm going to take a fairly just defensive stance in front of him, like fully blocking, trying to protect Marcus very clearly.
Okay.
And Min is going to come up alongside and similarly take up the we're protecting Marcus stance.
Got it.
Min will hold to murderize if bad things come near.
Okay, got it.
Still continues to take the dodge action as always.
As always. Okay, she should have done that. The other Syl probably should have done that. Maybe she'd be less of a ruby. Tempest, it's your turn.
Okay. So this thing is still currently stunned right now, right?
Correct.
So just gonna settle up right here, and then yeah, I mean, Eldritch Blast have been working pretty well for me so far, so let's keep on keeping on with that, I suppose.
All right.
So it's, I don't get advantage because it's stunned, right? Only if I'm attacking in melee, correct? I'm using a ranged attack.
Ranged. Do you have to roll an attack on it? What do you?
Oh yeah, no, it's just an attack, a ranged attack roll. But I'm just double checking to be sure, like if it's stunned, then I don't get any kind of extra bonus.
If it has
Stuns just says attack rolls have
right,
advantage.
that's why I was asking. That's why I was
Attack
asking.
rolls.
Yeah. So if you have to roll an attack roll for it, then yes, you get advantage.
Oh, fantastic. Then. Well, yeah, here goes. First attack. Okay.
That will definitely hit. That will
Okay,
definitely
okay,
hit.
that'll definitely hit. And that was on a journey.
That will
Okay.
also hit.
Wow. Okay, so I don't want to move it completely out of Bonkin's range, but I do want to get it the fuck away from me. So I'll push it. You know what? I'll just push it just 10 feet, so it'll still be within Bonkin's range, but again further away from me. So here comes all the damage. So here's the normal.
You say okay. You're only pushing. I see. Okay.
Oh, I think it would be going this way, wouldn't it?
No, it's still in range.
Yeah.
And you're only going 10. You said.
I think that's still in range. What is it? 15 feet for you?
15, yes.
Fucking hell.
Because you hit him 3 times, so are you pushing?
I hit him 3 times, so I'll push him one more time. I think that'll still keep him in range. Yeah.
Yes.
Here's the crit damage. Ew. Ew, really? That's what you roll for crit? Ugh.
Not bad though. Still.
It's not bad. It's 22, but still.
For a
It's like,
cantrip.
ugh. Yeah, exactly.
All right. All right.
Yes. Okay, then I will inspire Bonkin. And that's it for me.
All right.
Nobody's looking really hurt right now, right? Everybody's relatively in good shape.
I would
mean,
say
probably Kira and actually probably just Kira, right?
with a quick glance, yeah, you can surmise Kira's not 100%.
But she's not bloodied or anything.
No.
I have a lot of blood on me, but a good chunk of that is false Marcus's.
Okay.
True. She kept
Yeah,
touching.
then
him.
right.
You
Still
take your
getting
chances
naked.
where you can.
So thirsty. Yeah. Okay. So then, inspire Bonkin, and that's it.
All right. I regret saying that. All right, Marcus. It is the end of your turn. You will no longer be stunned, so you can remove the stunned.
Yeah, until this next fucking legendary action comes on. Okay, let's go.
Well,
Let's
yeah,
go.
he's
Let's
stunned.
go.
He's
Okay.
stunned.
He's stunned till the end of Bonkin's turn, so. Bonkin, your turn.
Cool.
Okay, now Bonkin's turn's gonna end. He's gonna stun me, and then I'll be stunned for a whole nother fucking round. So
I mean, I still have 1 key point.
we'll see about that.
I know. 5,
Actually, if you
10,
burnt it right now,
15.
though, technically it would be the end of your round. So you end your turn, and then he's done, right? Or is it? Does it say next?
It says next round.
Oh, that's sexy. Keep him locked down.
So I will punch him
All right.
as hard as I can,
Mm-hmm.
or attempt to.
Yeah,
Natural 20.
that nat 20 will do it. Yeah.
I'm not going to roll again because I technically have advantage, but I don't think I can do better.
I don't think you can do better either. Okay.
17 damage.
All right.
So I should probably ask. I see Tempest rolled 2 dice for his crit. I should keep doubling the one I rolled. Is that fine?
It's either way is
Or should I
fine.
roll
As
another?
long as you're rolling, as long as you're only doubling the die, I don't care.
Yeah, I rolled a 5. That's why it was 10.
Perfect. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, if you right click the damage die, it'll give you the option to say roll crit damage.
Anything else, Bonkin?
Yeah, give me a second. Okay, so I wanted to see, because I know Stunned has something against saving throws, so I just wanted to see what it is, but it's Strength and Dex, not Con. So I'm going to need another Con save from DC 14.
Okay. You're doing stunning strike, I assume.
Yes,
And what was the DC?
14.
He actually failed. He actually did fail.
So until next turn, he stays stunned.
All right. Okay, he is still
And then
stunned.
And I will hit him again. Well, that was my last key point, so this is the last round.
Okay, yeah. Nice. Okay, that'll hit. Wow. Okay.
I'll take the 27.
All right.
$14 points of damage. And then my bonus action punch. Did it look like my non ethereal fist did damage last time?
It did. It didn't look like it did the full amount of damage you'd expect, though.
Cool, that's fine as long as it does something.
The 26.
Yeah, I'll take the 26.
Uh-huh. All right.
13 more damage. And that is my turn.
Kira. You would hear Marcus sort of start shifting behind you as he can finally move again. Yeah, he wipes his nose.
She's going to verbal just softly and Elven. You good? As she is firmly just like fully prepared to take the brunt of whoever comes at them. And I'm going to hold an action to attack if this thing gets close enough still until I know Marcus is okay.
All right.
Same thing with Min. So that's it.
Alrighty. Tempest.
Okay. 5, 10. I don't want to get too close. This guy's thing does not seem like it's something I want to really toe to toe with. So, yeah, I'll keep on keeping on with the Eldritchly.
Okay.
He's still stunned, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, 22 will hit.
Awesome. Yeah. 17?
If he's stuck in Bonkum form, then yes.
He is stuck in Bonkin. Oh, sorry, 17. No, that doesn't hit.
Okay.
Is he? He's actually stuck in bonking form?
He's still in Bonkin's form, but the 17 does not hit. Yep.
Even when Tempest shoots at him?
Yep.
He doesn't shift?
He doesn't shift. He's been in Bonkin's form since he got stunned the
whole
first time.
And now, to be clear, no legendary actions have been burned since round 1.
Correct.
Okay. I think I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Okay. Last one. Okay. So 2 hits, which is not bad.
Yep, 2 hits.
He'll keep pushing him. So it's gonna be. I think if I move him. Okay. Yeah, if I move him pretty much just against the mirror, he should still. Bonkin should still have reach on him. So I'll just push him twice. Right, that's,
There.
He's just out of range.
Wait. Okay, if that pushes him out of range, and I'll just do 1 instead.
I mean, I do have my reaction.
Okay, so here's the 2 damage coming at him. 9 and 11. So that's a good old dirty 20 coming out. Not bad.
All right, yeah, 20 damage is pretty good.
Okay, bonus action, I'm going to move Tentacles 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Right there. And that's it.
Alrighty. Marcus.
So Marcus, as Kira asks him, "Are you good?" You'll see both of the flails activate. He kind of wipes the drool off of his mouth, looks down at her, smiles, and says, "I'm the 9th fucking son, not him." And, like, gestures back at the mirror, and then I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And I'm just gonna bolt down towards this bitch. Give me one moment while I move my die down to my 3 turn. Look, I got 3 good turns, and then I'm stunned again,
Yep.
and I'm fucked. So, okay, so I will bolt down towards this thing. Does it still appear to be Bonkin?
Right now it is in Bonkin's form, and the energy inside of it is shifting around kind of violently. It's almost like if you're looking at...
So let me ask you this. Because it's large form, what does it look like? Does it look like a hamster wheel of energy?
No, it's
that
an
is-
extra large Bonkin. So
Okay, but made of like
gold energy.
and like cloudy energy.
Yep.
And I have no fucking idea what this is. I've never seen anything like this before.
none of you have.
That's fine. I am okay with that. All right, so let's go back to the top. I am going to. I'm gonna go ahead and. Should I try biting it? Nah, we'll just attack it with the.
Do it.
No,
My
I'm
inner
not
Gartok
gonna-
says yes.
Here's the. Look. My inner Gartok also says yes, Lucy, but I'm at full health, so there's no point. We'll see though if it fucks me up again. Shut up,
It
Saber.
might be tasty.
All right, I'm gonna hit it with the whip, the neuro whip flail.
Whip. That
17?
does not hit.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I accept that. God damn, Lucy, what the fuck is your AC?
That hits.
Oh, that's not my AC.
Oh, but it's took on the form of
It's
it,
in his...
and it got bigger and gained AC instead of lost AC? Okay, cool. 23?
23 hits.
Alright, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and drop a Psionic Strike and damage into this bitch, because fuck that. So he is... Oh, wait, actually, that first attack should have been at advantage, shouldn't it?
Oh,
He's
yes.
stunned.
Yeah, he's stunned. You can
I was
go
about
ahead.
to say that, yeah.
Either way. I rolled really low for the second attack, so that's 9 plus 7, so that's 16 points of magical,
Okay.
bludgeoning, force, psychic, all that good shit.
Yep.
Here's the advantage roll for the first one. Nah, well, 18?
An 18 does hit.
Okay, so the AC is 18, friends. Because if a 17 doesn't, an 18 does. Okay, so that is, so that was another 13 points of damage.
Okay.
So that was 9, so 16 and 13, so that's 29.
Okay.
Bonus action. Marcus will kind of glance to the left, actually to his right, technically. Everybody's looking okay still?
Yeah, Kira's the only one who looks hurt.
Okay. As far as this thing is concerned, by the way, I will need a strength saving throw DC 17.
Okay.
It automatically failed those because stunned.
Oh, right,
Oh,
yeah.
fair
So
enough.
it's a fail. I failed anyway.
Okay. And it's currently looking like Bonkin.
It currently looks like Bonkin.
I choose to knock it into the mirror to the right.
Okay.
With my psionic strike.
Like, try to push it through the mirror?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how far it can go through the mirror. I knock it back 10 feet so it bounces off the fucking mirror, if nothing else.
Okay, so what happens is, you guys will see that, like, the right side of it, like, that edge of it, goes into the mirror. And when that happens, the entire room freezes. You guys are very aware of what's going on. You guys know what's happening, but the whole room has frozen. Give me 1 second.
Did we freeze?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Everybody, everything is frozen.
Oh, fuck. Lucy's got a question.
Yes, Lucy.
I hate you because I know the answer to this probably, but it's out of my range. So do I not get the attack of opportunity because we're all frozen?
No, because it would have happened at the same time. So go ahead and do the attack of opportunity. You can do the attack of opportunity because you would have been hitting it as Marcus was pushing it out of your range.
Oh my god, I am so confused by what's happening right now. This is the worst combat I've had this entire
Wibbly wobbly.
Also, I have Sentinel, which means if something moves past me, it stops immediately when I hit it.
Well, its movement becomes 0, right?
Yeah, that's what it is. Exactly.
Yeah, it can't move on its own.
Right.
He moved it, right?
I wanted to make sure how that works.
Uh-huh. Are you going to roll the attack? Okay, there it is. 15. I think you'd... Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you still don't hit.
Can I
Unfortunately.
use
you missed.
Tempest's Bardic Inspiration?
Yes. And you're using it for an attack roll? Is that what
Yeah.
you're doing?
Yes.
So, yeah, it needs to do a con 15 save. Take thunder damage. Nice roll.
It's, oh, it fails.
So
So
then
it's going to take 7 thunder damage.
that boosts me up to a 24.
All right.
Yeah.
So that will change things a little bit. All right. So what happens is, Marcus, you grab this thing and you toss it toward the mirror.
I hit it with the flail. just
Oh,
to be
right.
clear,
You-
and psionic strike it.
Right. So you hit it. So you hit it really
Not the
hard,
flail into the mirror.
and then it starts to go toward the mirror. Bonkin, in the last second, lashes out and utilizes Tempest's power to try to assist his attack, and successfully does so. So I'm gonna just back it up a minute. The whole room does not freeze, because what happens is when this, because of the thunder damage, when this hits the mirror actually shatters.
Okay, let me ask you this though. Did Bonkin attempt to stop me hitting this thing into the mirror?
No, he was making sure that his sentinel wouldn't do that, because he wasn't going to attack if that was the case.
Okay, just needed to make sure, because if Marcus understands that Bonkin is constantly working against him, this is going to turn into a whole nother shit show, so...
Yeah, no, it was Lucy checking to make sure that his skill wasn't going to fuck up what you're doing.
Understood.
Kira?
Also, he typed that Lucy typed he hasn't rolled damage for the.
You can roll the
attack
damage, it's fine.
I didn't know if you were doing a thing, so.
I am, but it's just a descriptive thing. So go ahead and roll the damage first. Okay, great.
That's a lot of fucking damage.
And then the thunder damage too?
The thunder damage is 7.
7.
7.
So
Okay.
that's
Okay.
21.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. So as this thing hits the mirror, this mirror that the other Bonkin was in actually shatters, and the room does not freeze. Just so that we're clear on that, because this doesn't actually get to enter the mirror. As the thunder damage, or as this thing, which is still affected by thunder damage, hits it, everything shakes. You guys do feel like the ground and everything around you shake. This the Bonkin, the big Bonkin, hits the wall and then hits the floor and is now prone. But
So
it's,
the mirror does not shatter.
The
and it
mirror-
does not go through.
the mirror does shatter. It does
It
not
does
go
shatter,
through.
so we do not see the other bonkin on the other side.
Correct, because the mirror's no longer there. I'm gonna draw an X.
Thank you. Okay, so that was my second attack, because everybody was doing all these things during my attacks. So, or during my
Yes, second
so
attack.
Let me just. Okay, so that was my second attack. So my third attack will be because I have a bonus action.
Okay.
I'm going to move 5 feet, and I'm going to attempt an attack again with that. Bonus action. That's a nat 20.
Okay, that fucking hits.
He's
Okay, so that will be for there's well, hang on, that's not right. That's better. Hang on though. There is it's +8 because the bludgeoning damage is double. No, that's not true. Hang on. So I rolled a 2 and a 4, so 6. So that's actually the whole thing is doubled because it's dice doubled. So it's 28 points of magical bludgeoning psychic. And then I also have a hasted action, so I'm gonna attack it again. If this thing is this thing's, I don't even know what the fuck this thing is. I'm still
So it's still
confused by this
Bonkin's form
combat.
right now because it's still been stunned.
And we have no idea about bloodied status or anything.
So at this point, what I'll say is that the energy that has been swirling around inside of it is starting to dim. So you can probably surmise, since it's made of energy, that when it starts dimming, it's bloodied.
Yeah, I'm just Marcus is very, very confused by what's happening. So I will attack it again, I guess, with the hasted action. This is with advantage because it's stunned, and that is a 22.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. All right, so we did an additional 22. So we are looking at so that was 14. So 28 and 22 is 6, 2, 3. So
50.
40, 50 points damage.
All right, so
An additional 50 on top of the first attack. Oh.
so Marcus.
Don't like that.
So
I
Marcus.
thought we were gonna have to hamster ball this thing into all the mirrors. I was like, and then she was like, and then you have to throw it at the ceiling, and then the chandelier drops down and it turns into all of your grandmothers, and you have to fight them in spiritual form. I just didn't know what was happening.
You have to put Min in there, and it's a hamster ball.
Look, I already
Not
fucked
again.
up Syl in round 1, okay? I did not mean to pinata her out of the.
Yes, you did.
I did technically, but I just didn't want her to zap me in the ass.
So, you guys see Marcus gets out of the stunned state. This thing it never left the stunned state, actually. Thank you, Lucy. And it is still in Bonkin's form. So when you hit it the final time, Marcus, the exterior form shatters like glass. And there's a sort of like a start to be implosion, then all of a sudden an explosion. And you guys find yourselves standing inside of a twisting vortex of gold energy, and it's got some blue energy as well.
You mean like the whole room turns
The
into
entire
that?
room turns into that. So you guys, it's almost
And
like
do we take any damage
You
or
do not.
any effects from the glass? Okay.
no, but
okay.
outside of the very familiar vacuuming feeling that you guys have felt when you're being rubber banded or pulled through time, you feel that, and then all of a sudden you're standing inside of this vortex.
Oh, like in the Doctor Strange.
Hold on a second.
You're about to Doctor Strange marriage.
No.
Oh.
Okay, so
Woo!
Yeah, Doctor Who.
I do have a description for you guys though. You guys see, let me read a little descriptor for you, and I have an image for you as well. One sec. So, you guys can see Alan is standing at the heart of the swirling vortex that you guys are all in, and he's clearly calculating something. Suddenly you see him reach into the wall of the vortex, and there's arcs of radiant energy that are spiraling around him. It's like a light blue, watery almost looking energy. It's like a living storm. The sheer force of magic crackles through the air and sends streaks of light blue energy dancing through this maelstrom. His robes are billowing wildly, and there's magical wind surrounding him, and his hands are glowing with raw magic, and you can tell he is desperately tearing at the fabric of reality, trying to tear a hole in the wall. The vortex churns, and there's fragments of shattered time and forgotten echoes. You guys can see versions of yourselves you've never encountered, versions of yourselves from the past, and possibly versions of yourselves from the future that are kind of swooshing by you in the walls of the vortex. It's like 1,000 moments trying to override each other, all held in place by the relentless force of this loop. Alan grits his teeth, and there's desperation and defiance etched into his face. His dark hair is wild, and his eyes are ablaze with fury as he struggles to pry open the tear. And then you guys see a hand resting gently on his shoulder. You can see Aegis standing behind him. He's bathed in an ethereal rose gold light. His presence is steady, unshaken, and he is the calm within the storm. His robes are shimmering with an almost divine glow, and their edges are flowing like liquid gold.
God damn you.
His face is calm, eyes filled with something deeper than just brotherly love, an understanding, a sorrow, and a quiet resolve. You guys aren't able to really hear anything because the vortex is just whooshing wildly around you, but you can see that he says something, and Alan's body language shifts from determined to defeated as he hangs his head and his shoulders droop. The golden vortex around them flickers and is suddenly tinted with a rose gold hue. Hold on one second. Aegis's hair has gone completely white. Alan's struggle wavers for the first time, and the tear in the wall of magic shudders, half-formed but unstable. Alan's breath is ragged, his hands are still glowing and trembling between tearing the loop open and turning back. You see Aegis embrace his brother, and he turns to you all with a sad, knowing smile on his face and gives a nonchalant wave the only way Aegis can. Then he turns to the wall of the vortex, closes his eyes and bows his head and begins to pray. You suddenly feel that vacuum pull that you felt each time you've been forced through time, and you feel yourself pulled through that tear, and suddenly you are looking at the Kraken, who seems kind of surprised to see you at first, as you see the tear that he had opened for you is just now closing. His eyes narrow as he looks you over, and he says, "Tell me everything."
Who does he say that to?
All of you. I'm going to switch your map real quick.
Okay, and what is happening right now in that vision with Aegis and Alan?
So,
Is this just something that is like stuck in time and space, or
no, you could see them there, but they were up a distance ahead of you, and the vortex was swirling around you, so you weren't able to hear what was said from Aegis to Alan, but Alan kind of resolved and allowed Aegis to tear the hole rather than Alan doing it.
But what are they currently doing as the Kraken? I guess,
Oh, sorry. So when you guys,
are they like is like Aegis walking into this vortex, or?
So no, Aegis was holding the tear in the vortex open, and you guys got sucked through it, including Alan.
Oh, so we're all going in together.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Don't care half as much about that. I thought this was some sort of weird self-sacrificial thing, and I was like, listen, bitch, I got a lot of resources, and I will hold this fucking gate open while Bonkin's 15-ass reaches in and snags him.
I agree with this. I can turn large, I'll make it 20. I'll fucking hold that open with you.
I got another potion. You can double that large to a fucking huge and make it 30 feet. Let's go.
Let me switch to the most recent versions of you guys.
So I'm curious about Aegis's appearance. You said his hair turned white. Did it look like he was aging, like, rapidly?
It looked like he had aged. Like, when he appeared, he had the white hair. And then as you guys watched this occur, you could see, like, his hair was totally white. So, but his age, like his appearance on his face, didn't age. It was just his hair.
And was there still the rose gold? Like, could we see Soon's light still kind of like
it actually
professing itself in his aura?
It all but engulfed him during that moment as he's tearing the hole in the side of the wall.
And what about Alan? Was it also surrounding him, or was Alan kind of subverted from that?
So Alan, the blue magic that's in that's what was coming from Alan. So that's what was surrounding Alan.
But to be clear, they did not mingle.
Correct.
Okay.
It actually looked more like Aegis's magic sort of forced Alan's out.
Got it.
And then you guys all get sucked through, and when you come through, to be clear, to make sure I was clear, Aegis does not come through with you, but Alan does.
Oh,
That's the point I was trying to make.
Yeah, fuck. Okay, that is where we maybe need to have a conversation. As we're being yanked through, I would very much appreciate being able to snag Aegis. I'll burn telekinetic movement if he is a willing target, and attempt to lift him up and pull him through with us at the last second.
Let me roll something.
Okay, I have a lot of psi points left and some skills that might be able to benefit that. So just let me know how those rolls go. But I will burn the telekinetic movement for the time being.
All right, hold on
Grab his ass, shut up,
one.
Sandu.
Hold on 1 second.
Lucy's got his hand up.
Yes, Lucy.
So I have two things. One is the like white hair on him. You said it didn't look like his face aged, but was that similar to like Bonkin's aging, kind of, when he was in his plane?
So, Bonkin, that's a pretty fair question. So, you know that you lived out those years. Like, you actually lived out those years, and walked away with the aging all over. Aegis, his face does not look aged at all, but his hair does. Bonkin, give me an intelligence check. I know, just do it. Before you did your head throw, I already knew you were going to do the head throw.
It's my charisma score is my intelligence check.
Charisma is your intelligence. I mean, here's what I'll say. You would be able to you don't think he lived through those years. That's what I'll say. You can't confirm it one way or another. And you can't put any real detail into it. You really feel like something weird happened with him.
All right, and then currently I know I have my Visage of the Astral Self activated, which is my one glowing eye.
Mm-hmm.
Which I can essentially speak speak alone with creatures up to 60 feet away. Well, they can hear me, not the other way around. So how far away were they?
They were like 40 feet. They weren't that far ahead of you guys. It was just a little ways.
All right.
So that would be within that.
All right, then. Insight-wise, sorry, I'm stopping Marcus's stuff, but insight-wise, does it look like? Can I kind of tell what Aegis is trying to do besides hold the cap open? Is he sacrificing himself?
Yeah, I wouldn't even make you do an insight with that, just because of what you've been through in the past. Yeah, you're like, that's what he's doing. You could pretty much guess that he told Alan let it go, and he's gonna handle it.
In that case, Aegis will hear the words from Bonkin. I know what you're doing, and neither me or Mr. Marcus are gonna let that happen. And only he hears this. So, you better keep this open because we're coming back in immediately.
All right.
And that's
very
what
good.
he hears.
Okay. And Marcus,
Yeah, and just to be clear, if I successfully move him via telekinetic movement, as soon as I have him, I will be burning my free psi leap, which will double my own movement, and I am still hasted, which means I will dash through the happy end of this fucking weird tunnel and into reality. You are playing this man. As far as I can fucking help it.
all right.
Yeah, and if I have the option to, I don't have Marcus's movement, but I have 55 feet, and I will absolutely dash if needed to jump back in as well.
All right. So, Bonkin, we'll say you're getting ready to jump back in. I'm going to say that with the two of your efforts combined, Aegis does become a willing participant. Initially, he wasn't going to. It was going to be self-sacrificial, but the two of you doing what you just did, both of you take inspirations, and you will get an Aegis that comes through the portal with you, which I didn't expect. Hold on a second.
An aged Aegis?
An aged Aegis.
Oh my god, he's like a fine wine.
We have our AA battery.
That's awesome. I really thought she was gonna be like, nah, he just stays behind. Like,
That's what was gonna.
thank you, because I have been saving very particular things in case this popped up.
Yeah, that was the original plan. Was that was Aegis going out? So now you guys keep getting good food. All right,
Nope.
so, so you
Letting
guys.
our cook go.
Yeah. So you guys actually come through a portal that kind of opens up. It's similar to how you got dropped or like spit into the mirror room. It's very similar here. You get dropped on the other side. If you remember, you left over here.
Up by the
Yeah.
lightning bolt.
So
Yep.
that one is literally just closing, and his tentacle is just coming down. And Alan is still glowing that bright blue energy, which is similar to what you saw in the vortex. So it's kind of like you guys just left, is what it seems like. So when you land, I guess, and he gives you a second for the struggle with Aegis and looks around, and then, especially now that there's an added person here, he says, "Tell me everything."
Yeah, Marcus just like hits the ground and does a dive roll because he would have had with the Psy leap, he would have had to have been holding him. Just kind of like does a roll with Bonkin right behind him. I'm assuming, kind of giving him like that push, like get the fuck out of here. Then the haste wears off. Marcus lets go of Aegis and just goes for like 10 seconds. So you guys do your thing for 10
Okay.
seconds.
Immediately gonna move over to Marcus just to make sure.
Yeah, he twitches a few times.
Oh God. And
Bonkin,
Aranor is
meanwhile,
sitting here
is
as well.
absolutely scolding Aegis. It's not what he needs, and Bonkin doesn't care.
All right.
The only one dying in this party for self-sacrificial shit is me.
And Aranor is here as well. She just kind of like she literally looks from the one over to you guys and then just waits for the explanation.
Well, Tempest will run over to her and kind of like, it's like, how, I don't know what we did. I think, how do you feel? Do you feel better? Do you feel like you have everything back?
She'll in like the calmest you've ever seen her, she puts a hand on either side of your face and she says, "I feel amazing."
Yeah. Do you remember your past now? Do you remember everything again?
I remember everything.
Okay, I guess that's a little bit of a, I guess that's kind of a leading question. Do you remember Sirlath?
I remember everything. I remember the ritual. I think I even know what it was. I think that's why he made me forget.
Okay. Okay, good. Sorry, Mr. Kraken, sir. I just wanted to make sure Aranor was okay. We'll explain everything to you. We fought ourselves, and then we fought a creepy glowing version of ourselves, and then we're yeeted back into this existence.
Holy shit.
What did they do to him?
Oh, nothing. What do you
To
mean
Marcus?
nothing to me? I'm sorry.
Oh,
I've got
he-
my clothes on. I'm fine.
Was
This
that
one
a
has his clothes
concern?
on.
This one.
The other one
doesn't have
doesn't.
his clothes on. No, I fucking stripped him bad, then bit him in the throat. What?
It
we're
was
right
weird.
now.
Oh,
Is
we're back.
everything okay?
We're back at the Kraken's realm. We're safe.
Oh
think-
shit.
We're all here.
Master Aegis?
We're all here.
Master Aegis! Oh,
Yeah, when you look to your right, you see like Bonkin has like the angry dad finger, you know. But he goes, "Don't you
Holy-
ever try something like that again." He's like, literally
Holy
telling
shit!
him off.
You got him.
holy shit. We fucking got him. Marcus puts his hand kind of like at the top of Kira's knee. It's still laying down, and he just goes, "Thank you. Yes, I'm okay." And he looks around and he goes, "Min, Sil?"
They're going to. You said he's laying down.
Yeah.
Head towards them I'm gonna say he heads towards them,
Yeah,
and they're
yeah.
just both go. Min's just going to like boop Marcus's like visor so it moves. Um, and they would obviously do more, except for you're fully fucking helmeted, bastard. Uh,
Fuck. Pure steel and arcane ruins. That hurts.
Yeah, Min just lays her face down on Marcus's face.
yeah,
Oh.
they might be a little mad.
I'm so sorry. He kind of points up at Kira. Did you get that ruby?
No, I was worried about other things.
Do we want to go back and get that ruby?
I think that's possible now. Wasn't that tear destroyed? Is it? It's not still
Marcus-
there, right? It's
Yeah,
gone.
Marcus
It's
glances
not
at the
there.
Kraken.
You guys can see the scar where that lightning thingy is, but it's closed. And you'd see the blue energy fading from Alan's eyes as he was kind of like, if you picture like, don't sue me, if you picture like Storm in X-Men when she's like full power, that's kind of
No, that's hot. Yeah, no.
that's
roll
kind
it.
of how he was, and that he's like lowering down and the blue energy is leaving his eyes.
Oh. Well. Okay, no, it's fine. It was kind of like a pretend version, right? Like she was just not.
Kira's
Yeah, was-
going to just put her hand on top of his hand on her knee and say, in Elven, despite the fact that Tempest can fucking understand, I'm going to pick up telepathy just because of you. She's going
Oh,
to.
I almost got telepathy at the feet too.
I'm so tempted. Um, she's going to say, in Elven, very, very softly, everything I need, made it back. It's fine.
You're way too caught up with Aranor right now.
So happy. So
Yeah.
happy you failed that.
Marcus will breathe a sigh of relief, and then he'll kind of glance around, and he'll kind of put his hand on Min's snout and Sill's back, and just go. To be clear, I would never hurt you like that. If it weren't absolutely necessary. And then he kind of leans down to Min and Sill and say, just like Master Balkan, I'd only execute him if I needed to.
Can I make a perception check?
Yeah, sure.
Was it in common or Elven though?
You're
Oh, that
right
was
there.
common. That was common. Yeah, because Marcus is in a weird state right now. We just did time travel, and I'm dying.
The best part, this is not sight orientated, so it's not disadvantage.
But you're scolding.
I am scolding, and I do not.
It's a
And he
6.
still rolls a 6. You want me to roll a stealth check?
Yeah, you can.
I love that both of them are preoccupied in this moment.
Yep.
And that's a 12.
Yeah, yep. The two of them together could have maybe. Yeah, you don't you're too busy scolding Aegis.
With our powers combined, we both still fail.
I think the Zoopals being so happy to see Aegis, they'll just kind of swarm him
Yeah.
and actually select him. So like he just like I don't know what he could or couldn't see when he was in his little like time bubble or whatever, time prison, but now there's 3 Zoopals
Yeah.
storming around him.
He does seem surprised by this. He's like looking around at him. He's, holy shit, there's 3 of them. And looks at you, Bonkin, and he, as you're like wagging your finger in his face, his tiny hand just like grabs your finger and pushes it. Yeah, it's like.
I want to say, as he does that, I think the final thing he'll say as he like stops, because he can't be mad at Aegis. It's mainly the superhero get up. That's the only reason. But he'll say, "Right, I'm not mad. I'm just a bit surprised and disappointed."
There it is. You see how that's worse,
He's
right?
been waiting. He's been waiting for that this whole campaign.
Yeah, actually.
He says, rightfully so. Rightfully so. And then he, like, peeks around to Marcus and he says, well, all right, Marcus.
Wait, who says that?
Aegis does. I'm just not going to even attempt the
yeah,
accent.
I gotcha. Marcus, he sits all the way up at this point, kind of pushes the girls off of him, and he's got a potion in his hand now, and he kind of puts it up to Kira's mouth. He just kind of like pokes her in the bottom lip and says, "You look like shit." Let me back that up. You look wonderful. This is an elven. You look wonderful, but, and he kind of like points down at her bleeding out onto the fucking ground right now because she is like pretty much bloodied.
I'm not bloodied. It's fine.
Oh, you're close.
Like a point away from bloodied, aren't you?
Yeah, it's a little bit there.
No.
He just pushes the potion up towards her and says, "You need to drink this, or you need to begin the process of consuming my blood." And I don't think we're quite there yet. So.
Well, hang on. I have some healing
God,
spells. You probably don't want to.
I forgot. God, do I have to learn Dwarvish to escape your sound receptors, Master
Yes,
Tempest?
please.
Yes, if you want to try to learn Dwarvish, it's a very harsh language.
So I don't
No
know
interest.
if Marcus would catch the look on Kira's face when he says that. Don't know if it's worth an insight versus. I don't even think she gets a chance to even try and hide it, but her expression definitely changes when he says that. I'm gonna do just a base roll just to kind of get a baseline thing. I'm not proficient.
He pays
anyway.
attention. Yeah, I'm not great at insight.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Oh, no.
maybe I do pick up a little slip.
She gets a look that, because you've been inside her brain, you pay attention, you know her so well. She looks like she's gonna say, funny, I was gonna say the same to you. When he mentions her drinking his blood, but stops herself. Do it that way. What she's going to actually say is absolutely nothing, as she just pushes the potion back and as Tempest distracts Marcus, hopefully. I'm fine.
Master Aegis, Master Tempest, and Master... He kind of just does one of these around the room. We need to heal her right now, please and thank you. He says this in common.
Yeah, Aegis would move over too, just,
Oh, that helps. Oh, fuck. Thank you.
take 2 of those.
Holy shit, that is a good cure wound.
Yeah, I'm copying.
Yeah, that was
I'm,
level
co-
3, yeah.
I'm right in Tempest's tails here.
So those 2 more than heal her, because she wasn't that badly hurt. Fucking worrywart vampires boyfriends.
As you guys put those heals into her, Marcus literally, his eyes go wide and he just goes, perfect.
Thank you. It was fine, but thank you.
So Aegis comes over and Marcus, he just kind of nods at you, like nods, and he's half smiling and shakes his head, and he says,
Why are you shaking your head? What?
I should have known that you wouldn't let me stay there.
I mean, if you would have told me your plan beforehand, maybe, but you just, like,
I was
jumped in...
stuck in the fucking vortex.
Well, I didn't know what the fuck happened here anyways. What the fuck did we just go through? Can anybody here explain that?
I can tell you the last thing that I remember, which was I started to cast a spell, and it was right after we had closed the portal. I don't know if it was a reaction to that or what, but maybe it's because I closed the portal, but I got sucked into the vortex, and I was stuck in that damn loop.
Yeah, I watched you. I watched.
That was you.
I watched you walk away from multiple encounters.
I couldn't see you.
No, I understand that, but I could see you, and I know you couldn't see me because you continued to walk away as I called out psychically. So I knew something was fucked up. But here you are, and what happened? What made you want to sacrifice yourself in like what the fuck? You know what we're capable of, Master Aegis. And he kind of like looks at the group. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Maybe we shouldn't do this in front of the Kraken. I know he's kind of like a god. Is he like Alpenza?
Aegis
Not
chuckles
exactly.
and he says,
Oh, he's not that high.
"He's
like
you're right. We should talk about this maybe at home."
okay.
The short version is I didn't think there was going to be any other way based on the way that the energy there works. But I also didn't know that my brother is apparently the anchor. He kind of looks over his shoulder at Alan.
He was a willing anchor, to be clear, and
I have no doubt.
to be completely honest, and Marcus will lean in towards Aegis and kind of grab him by the, like, I guess, like, chest
Like collar,
cloth. Yeah, and pull him forward and say, just so you're clear, I warped my entire existence to make sure that he, and he points at Bonkin, came back from a place I didn't realize he went to. And I thought that was home. So you should have known damn well that I was coming back for your ass so that you could have your happy fucking ending too. And he kind of pokes him in the chest and he'll let go.
There was no doubt that you were going to come get me. I just didn't know that we'd all be able to get through. He kind of like looks up toward his hair. The time that I spent in there taught me that this type of magic is extremely unforgiving.
Yeah, but your face looks great, so what the fuck? Why no wrinkles?
I'm not
Was there no wrinkle in time? He winks at him. I read that book.
I read the
That
title
was
of
a
it.
great one.
Master Tempest, you called me out, you bastard.
I think it has something to do with me being protected by Soon.
Of course. Well, where was Soon when you got sucked through that vortex in the first place?
It was difficult to gain access to her again for a short time.
Oh no,
Once-
I mean, why wasn't she there to save you from being sucked through it in the first place? Maybe she's not as powerful as you think she is. Maybe this fucking Kraken.
He
I'm
doesn't
going
mean
to
it.
elbow
He
the
doesn't mean it.
fuck out of Marcus.
God, fuck, Stams, all
And because of Warding Bond, instantly wins as well. Fuck.
See, tit for tat. Why do you do that?
Don't insult the gods.
I didn't insult the gods. The gods insulted me, and now I'm fucking furious over it.
They're gods. They kind of get to do that.
Fuck the gods.
He looks up the Kraken. Oh,
I'm gonna elbow him again.
Oh, he's not a god. He's a patron. They're lower than gods.
I think it's like a demigod.
Oh, fuck. We need to get out of here now. Go home and eat omelets, please.
Kraken can
Yes.
hear all of this, I'm sure.
Oh, he can hear it all. And Aranor is sitting like this on the edge.
oh shit! I forgot she was here.
Yeah, she has all her memories back. She remembers everything. I think we did it. I think it
Oh!
worked.
Drinks to the gods and demigods, and he nods to the Kraken. We've succeeded then.
You get like a little nod, and the eyes close, and the head nods, and then it also shakes. And then his eyes open back up, and he says, "If you'd like to go home, I can arrange it."
Well,
Thank you.
Before we go, do we know if this is this a permanent thing? Did we do it for sure? Can you tell?
I can tell you that if you failed, she wouldn't be here. She certainly wouldn't have her memories. And I don't sense the loop being close any longer. If it still exists, it's nowhere near here.
Not that I doubt the mind of a demigod, but I actually have the ability. Would you like me to dive inside her mind? He looks at her. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I don't. You're the patron. Not sure why I keep asking Master Tempest this, but would you be alright if I had a peek to see if those thoughts and images are solidified since I've been there before?
Yep, that's fine with me. That's fine.
Okay. So Marcus will then, he'll, kind of turn towards her and his eyes will flash pink, and I will burn a second level spell slot, Candace, and I will cast Detect Thoughts. And then I will also open the network and I will dive inside her mind. I'm only going to go through the routes that I had gone previous to this whole encounter and try to see if the doors that were there are still closed and locked or if they're wide open now.
Everything's wide open now.
Fucking beautiful. Is there more doors open that I hadn't gone through before, or is okay? So she's got it's like legit.
It's like legit all back. There's a specifically, and probably because she's focused on it right now, because you could tell she was waiting to share something with you guys. There's a set of double doors at the end of the hall that are wide open.
Can I move towards
Yeah.
it? Okay, I will move towards it.
All right. So I have a little description for you guys here.
Oh shit. Marcus will be, since the network is open, I will be projecting these thoughts to everybody.
Lucy.
Specifically Tempest with all the visuals.
Okay. Lucy, did what you need to happen before this?
Nope.
Okay. All right. Okay. I just want to make sure. Okay. So TW was in the middle of a chronal severance ritual. You get that sense. It's called chronal severance. And she knows what it is. A powerful, forbidden spell that's designed to cut an individual from the natural flow of time, erasing them from history while keeping their essence trapped in a state of temporal limbo. You can see these words.
Who was his target?
Hold on one second.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm typing.
You can see as she's going through this, you can see like she's studying. Like you see these words from books, like several books, computer screens, all of that. So the pictures that he has are of you guys. It's Marcus, Kira, Bonkin, Tempest, and Aegis. So at the time that, like, when you're entering the double doors, you are you peek over, you see this ritual happening, and something tells you, you feel a compulsion that you have to stop this ritual. You grab the closest thing you can find. It's a glass bottle. You throw it as hard as you can and smack him in the back of the head. So his attention turns to you. Because his attention was split between the group and Sirlath, she arrived just before the ritual could fully take effect, which disrupted its completion and caused unintended consequences. Had it been fully focused on you guys or on her, it would have ensured that you guys didn't exist or she didn't exist. However, because it was interrupted, neither you guys nor Sirlath was erased entirely, but instead displaced in time. This pulled you guys forward and caused her to get stuck in the loop. The Kraken, who she had sworn herself to, was also affected, and his ability to perceive her was severed, which was preventing him from finding or aiding her. Go ahead.
Okay, so just a clarification. So within that thought, Sirlath was bound to the Kraken.
Correct. She had already been bound, yep.
Okay, but Sirlath is whom again?
Aranor before she was Aranor.
Okay, so Aranor, a patron, was bound to a patron. So it's the patron of a patron that filtered down to Tempest, the patronee.
Kind of. So part of the story
She was turned into a
Correct.
patron later to keep her
so
from...
that she could be
Got it. So that she... Okay, understood. Got it.
It all goes full circle.
This is not my storyline, but I'm taking this.
So it pulled her into the time loop, and then his ability to find her or aid her was severed when he became corrupted. So this distortion of time was what allowed TW to covertly take control of the Kraken's domain, ensuring that she, even if she eventually regained some of her memories, couldn't reach him. So obviously you guys had to deal with the after effects of that. You got pulled into the future, however you did not get erased. And Sirlath, her memory was sort of erased, and she became Aranor. So he was trying to make sure that you guys never made it here. But with her interruption of his ritual, rather than erasing your existence, it forced you here instead and forced her into the time loop. And now that you've broken it, she remembers he didn't want you to be here. She doesn't know why.
So
Yeah.
he knew about us before we were even here.
He was trying to
So-
prevent you from getting here.
So Marcus lets go of that vision. He backs out once the double doors show the extent of what she knows, and he kind of sits. He sits down silently and just his eyes wide, and he just goes, "What the fuck
Sayru, what the fuck?
is happening?"
Wait, so in trying to not get us here, he
Brought us
sent
here.
us here.
That's the irony of time, isn't it?
It is. So whatever, it's just the inevitability of time. Even he can't control that part of it.
And the more desperate you get, the less control you have.
Marcus is gonna glance up at the Kraken, and he's gonna say he'll attach to him through the network, because I know that I'm aware that the Kraken speaks telepathy, and he's just gonna say, "I am aware of your power. What god do you follow? Whom grants you your abilities to filter down into us mere mortals? And don't you fucking dare say Orpensa."
Pump the brakes, Marcus.
I'm not gonna elbow, but Min just reaches out a paw, like claws out, and Kira shoots him a look.
I think all three Zoopals kind of like turn slowly towards Marcus.
No, so, was it just him that you're talking to, or you said you were opening the network, right?
The network is open right
Oh,
now.
so everybody hears,
Everybody
okay.
would hear it. Yep, I would allow it to everyone.
Got it.
Marcus he's not very wise, but he is smart.
Eldath, the goddess of peace, waterfalls, and quiet pools.
Okay, that is a very
sounds nice.
as a player and as a DM, that is a very new name to me. Candace, have I ever heard? Do I know who the fuck this is?
You can give me either history or religion.
Can others do the
Yeah,
same?
anybody who wants to. Yep.
So religion or what was the other one?
Religion or
Yeah, I know
history.
who that is.
God damn, Kira.
Yeah, my sister's a fucking paladin, remember?
All right, Kira's gonna know everything. Marcus, you'll know some. Yeah, everybody will know a little bit. Kira will know everything for sure. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give information and tell you guys when you drop off. Okay, so Marcus,
I drop off first.
Yeah, you do.
Okay, what was
But-
her name again, by the way?
It's Eldath, Eldath. She is the goddess of peace, waterfalls, quiet forests, and still waters.
Why am I not following her? Why am I not a druid of her right now in this campaign?
These are very specific.
They are very specific. That's how I do. She teaches that violence is rarely the answer, and she wants her people always try to find nonviolent resolutions. That's
That's
the,
why
like,
you don't
the-
follow her.
That's the overall. That's why you don't follow her. So for Bonkin and Tempest.
Oh, is that where I drop
Yeah,
off? By the
that's
way?
where you
Okay.
drop off,
Yep,
yeah,
I'm just
sorry.
I'm gonna mute myself.
Okay. So Bonkin and Tempest. So you also would know any quiet, calm, tranquil lake, streams, deep serenity, just untouched wilderness. It's gentle and life sustaining is where she, like, that's where she is. And that's what you guys, like, that's the extent of what you would know. And then for Kira with your nat 20.
I'll drop off here.
Okay. So she's also known as the Quiet One, the Goddess of Singing Waters, the Mother Guardian of Groves. She's good alignment. She tends to be neutral good. And her symbol is a waterfall plunging into a still pool. Violence is a last resort. Nature should always be protected and reserved, especially fresh waters. Healing, mediation, and diplomacy are sacred acts, and water is a gift to be cherished because it cleanses, soothes, and sustains life.
Is that okay? This is a player question. Is that a you got us, or is that the Faerun one?
It is based on Faerun. I have
Okay,
some
I was like,
changes, but
I was going. That sounds so fucking familiar. Okay, cool. Not going completely insane then. Um,
Okay.
we're all in networky connected thought sharing space, right? I'm pretty sure that image is going to, like, that symbol is going to just be in Kira's brain as she, like, accesses thought file number 42. And that'll.
Sorry, I didn't see what the image was because I turned my shit off because I don't know some of this
A
information.
waterfall
So
plunging into a still pool.
oh, got it. Okay.
And it's even with all of Kira's feelings about water, she is, we'll say, neutral and respectful in thought about this.
Yeah. So
That looks really nice.
and Kira, something else you would know because of your Nat 20 and your sister's history. Paladins of Eldath are very rare, and they take oaths that focus on protection, healing, and sanctity of life, and they use the Oath of Redemption, typically.
I'm just gonna kind of glance towards Min a little bit since I'm assuming, all connected, even the cats, because it's Marcus.
yep.
Are Min's eyes metal or blue at the moment?
Blue.
Okay. Noted.
After Marcus asks that question, he will just kind of say out loud, I guess, to the group then. Does your god know Arpensa?
You'd almost hear like a small chuckle from the Kraken, and he says, most gods have encountered each other at some point. I don't know how close they are. However, they share many of the same morals, so it wouldn't surprise me if they were allies.
How far down the stream past the waterfall are you?
I would say he kind of looks at the water that is like he's sitting underneath a waterfall exactly here.
He glances at Aranor, and then he glances at Tempest. Understood.
Probably just a puddle way down at the end of the line.
Oh, you're a babbling brook. Give yourself some credit, Master Tempest. Right. So what do we do from here then? We've opened your mind, and he glances at Aranor, looks at Tempest, looks at Aegis. I don't know how the fuck I managed that. I honestly think it was only because of Master Bonkin that that was even possible with that throw at the end. What the fuck do we do now? We just
Well,
go back?
I think we need to. Obviously, we need to track down TW. He's the cause of all of our problems. He's the cause of us being here. Uh, Aranor, would now that you remember, do you know how to find or how you found TW the first time? How, is it possible to do it again?
I'm sure it's possible. I did it by chance, but he's looking for you. So maybe you set up a trap. Maybe you bring him to you instead?
How do we trap somebody who knows what's going to happen, though? I mean, do we just say, come at me, bro?
Well, there's clearly some holes because he doesn't. If he knew you were here, he'd be here. He'd have found a way to get here. He would have stopped this from happening. So, as I said, the more
I assume
frantic
that's
you
what
get.
I assume that's what all the beasties outside were at
I
that point.
suspect that as well. If
So
not,
does that
go ahead.
mean that the evil time dragon is with Mr. TW like we thought?
I think that's a fair assumption.
Wait, say that again? TW is the time dragon?
Oh, I said with, but he might be. I don't know.
Aligned. Yeah. I had thought maybe that they were one and the same too. I don't know how that works. I've read stories about dragons kind of taking different forms, but those are
Like
fairy tales
dragons,
for the most part.
like yeah, big lizard, and TW's a tiny gnome.
They can shapeshift, though.
Yes,
Kira?
Can sorry, continue.
I
Cat,
was
what's up?
just gonna ask if I could do some arty thinky think,
Sure.
and I know I don't have the internet right now because reasons, but just classic arty think.
All right.
Arcana history.
Do
They're literally the same, so it just is flavor.
yeah, with it being, I'm trying to think. I'd say Arcana because of your specialization and because you're not trying to think of like a history, you're trying to think of a now thing. Let's say Arcana.
Yep, just potentialities. Is it possible? Nope, I used my thinking on the paladin this.
Yeah, I mean anything is possible in the world of where you are.
Okay, Kira's doing the math expression again. Maybe. Guess.
Right. Well, maybe we should just go back to our reality then for a little while and think. I'm pretty fresh right now, to be honest with you, but we could do some more digging. I think maybe we need to get Master Aegis and Master. He points at his
Alan.
brother,
Alan?
Alan. That's right, Alan. Back. Master Kraken, do you think you could possibly bring us back? Send us back?
I certainly could. It would have to be in, I'm very sorry, Openser's temple with your dragon friend.
Oh, I have nothing against Alpensa. Alpensa has everything against me, so is that okay?
I don't think he has. I don't think Delpenzer hates you.
No, he told me I was
Marcus.
essentially.
Why don't you ask his paladin? I'm just gonna kind of gesture with. Well, Kira
That's a
can
great
gesture with her
idea.
head.
Marcus
That's a
will
great
kind of
idea.
like
Ask Miss Nalia.
Marcus will kind of like pet Min a little bit, like behind the ear. Is it okay if I'm there? I know he's not very happy with my existence, but
You get there's like a flash, her eyes flash brighter blue, and you'll just hear you'll hear Kira's sister's voice go, "Oh, stop it. You're fine."
so say it Alpensa. Let's go.
All right. Bear
Wait,
with
does
me.
this mean that Mistress Iranor can come with us, or does she stay
I
here,
don't-
or how does this work?
I don't know. I suppose this is the only realm that you can actually manifest. I assume that was forever. I didn't know if that had anything to do with the loop or anything.
This is probably the safest place for me, especially with me regaining my memories. If he can catch on to that or detect that in any way, it's going to be on your plane. If I stay here for whatever reason, he's not here. It might keep us under the radar a little longer.
Yeah, that sounds right. And plus, we're going to be driving through a desert, also. So I'm not a huge fan of that. I should imagine that's even worse for you.
Will you still be able to grant Master Tempest his abilities from here?
Oh, I'm not going anywhere. I will grant him his You fulfilled your end of it, Tempest. I am here through and through.
Thank you. Thank you, Aranor. I'm happy that you have everything back and you can remember who Sirlath is again. Very happy for you.
She just smiles and shakes her head and she says, "It's crazy to realize what whole feels like when you've not been for so long."
Well, I suppose now one more question remains. Once we, I suppose, finish our job here with TW, will you, and he'll kind of look up towards the Kraken as he's asking this, will you remain Aranor as Aranor? Will you turn back to Sirlath completely again? A normal human? Woman?
The
Or
Kraken.
elf woman? I can't remember, actually.
Yeah, I think she was human. The Kraken just kind of nods to Aranor and she says, "I made my decision when you agreed to come here that I was staying Aranor. This is the form that makes me feel whole. If I went back to being just Sirlath, I'd be half again."
Okay. I'm glad you feel whole, and I'm glad this is the body, the form that makes you feel like yourself.
She smiles, and there's no sadness to her smile for once. "You're gonna have to come back here at some point, though. This is much better than you taking a bath and us having a conversation."
Yeah, of course. This is an amazing place. You made an amazing realm, Master Kraken. Mr. Kraken, sir.
Thank you.
Wait.
Should I call it? Should I call you like my lord, Kraken, or Kraken Lord?
I don't think that will be necessary.
No. Okay.
You did all that through bubble baths?
Talking to Aranor? Yeah, that's why I took baths so much.
Oh shit. Okay.
I mean, I guess I didn't need to, but it was just a nice, easiest way to strongest connection I could have with her.
Oh, do you have the necklace on you?
Yes, yeah, of course. I never take it off, and he'll hold it out to her. Do you want it back?
She takes it in both of her hands, and she kind of sings a little note into it like this, and then she hands it back to you, and she says, "It'll know what to do when it's needed." I'm gonna send you the information on that, Kevin.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay, great, awesome. Yeah, and he'll put it back on and kind of look at it. Does it look different?
It has like
Visually
a
at all?
yeah, it has like a little like mother of pearl almost shimmer across the top of it now, where before it was just pure silver.
Thank you. Promise I'll return here soon, shortly after we take care of TW. That asshole has a lot to answer for.
I will
Lot
be
to answer for.
I'll be as close to your side as possible. Thank you, Tempest. And then she looks up at everybody. Thank all of you for helping with this.
Yeah, Marcus just nods.
Always happy to help, Miss Aranor.
You'll see bear with me in case this looks crazy initially, but you'll see the portal that you guys are familiar with, the swirling water, Kira's favorite. The water starts to swirl down here. And you guys recognize that as the portal.
I guess we got some planning to do, guys.
Off we go then.
Tempest will dive into the portal, followed by all the Zoopals.
Yep, Marcus jumps in.
Oh, that's twice now. Forgotten about his girlfriend. Wow.
We
Oh,
haven't had that
like-
conversation yet.
Would you like me to carry you, Miss Kira? I know you don't like the or.
Oh, I can go. Just give me a minute. Min, can I get in the bag again?
She will reluctantly do so. The
Yeah,
blue
I'm
the
gonna-
blue flickers and she goes back to metal.
I'm sorry. I am going to burn another spell slot to shrink my cat so that she actually fits in the bag. And then I'm going to go through the laborious process of taking off all of the fucking things that would get destroyed by water, putting them in the bag of holding. And then she's just, okay, let's go.
So I have a question, Candace.
Okay.
Before I hop in, has it been like over 10 minutes? Since I
Yeah.
guess I pulled the other bonkin out.
Yeah, I would say it's been, yeah.
Oh, boo. Then I guess Aegis hears Aegis and Alan. But Bonkin will turn to the Kraken, and just like he did with Panzer, he'll say, "You probably know this, but I want to share it anyway. Mr. Marcus is a great guy. He's sometimes a very good speaker, but isn't. He's a bit disrespectful when he wants to be, and I just want to kind of apologize on the whole demigod god thing."
You'll hear a chuckle from the Kraken, and he'll say, "Not to worry, young one. Us Krakens have fairly thick skin." And then
That's
Aranor
good.
will start laughing.
That sounds like a joke I don't get, but that's great to hear. It means I won't ever get a fishing hook in one of you. Anyway. Which would probably be worse for me. Have a great day, Mr. Kraken.
You too, and make sure you make wise choices.
I'm trying. Speaking of, me and Mr. Marcus need to have a conversation when we get back. I promised him one. Wish me luck with that, and maybe when this is over, I'd like to learn more about Eldath.
Good luck, and a friend of Aranor's is a friend of mine. You're welcome, all of you.
And then he'll wave and jump in the portal.
Alright.
He'll probably turn around before that and go, do either one of you need me to hold anything or carry it through the portal?
Aegis looks at Kira.
Kira.
I thought Kira's left already.
Nope, Kira's still here. It took a while. She had things in so many pockets. And I had to make sure she wasn't going to explode the universe by putting a bag of holding inside a bag of holding for reasons. No, Kira's now in running clothes, just has the bag of holding, and that's it. And what looks like a multi-tool? Everything else is in the bag. It's just, nope, I've got it. We're good.
Okay, then you would have heard his whole speech.
Oh yeah, 100%.
He was hiding it from Marcus, not Kira. It's fine. Oh, yeah, I guess. So, do you want me to carry anything or you?
You're looking at who? Aegis and Alan?
All of them.
Okay.
This is a general offer.
Aegis looks at Alan and he says, "You know what? I'm feeling kind of tired." He'll do uppies.
I will absolutely pick him up.
Alan will kind of resolve. Okay, all right.
Sure. I
Kira's going
am
to-
still
Oh, go ahead.
medium size. They're not, I think.
Yeah, they're
And
small.
I have a 19. I have a 19 strength. So
Yeah, and they're both light. They're little casters. Yeah, you're good.
Kira's going to try and jump into this hell pool. Last time yeah, she's not happy. She's doing this alone this time.
Go for it.
Do I need to make any checks because I have zero confidence in the
Yeah,
water at all?
Just give me a dex. Just give me a dex check.
Oh no, I have my strength boosted. No, I don't. I would have lost it because I made
Yeah.
them small.
Yep.
I did not mean to clear everything. My bad. I'll have to fix that. Okay, dex check.
Yeah. Yeah, you
It's so fitting.
you go
It's-
to jump in, and you're like, you know what? No, I can do this. I go for runs. I've got this. And you try to do like a little dive. You belly flop, and then you start sputtering, and it sort of just forces you into the portal as you unwillingly, yeah, splat. So, Bunkin, you would definitely hear some coughing and spluttering, and Kira going, "I'm fine," and then whoop down into the portal.
The most graceful.
I would bring that up with Mr. Marcus present, just because I know it'll annoy Miss Kira, and then walk towards.
They're gonna see me come out of the portal still coughing and sputtering and like a drowned Shatterkai on the other side. I'm probably not landing on my feet.
All right, let me get you guys to the other map, and then we can probably end here so that way we're not going too deep into...
We're going to start next session with the drowned Shatterkai? Really? I dislike you sometimes.
I told her that exact thing in last session.
That's true, he did.
Also, feel free to not copy me because I just fucked up my icons.
I already copied
Unless you have to. Damn it. Okay, then I'm gonna fix them on the other screen.
All right, so you guys come through the other side. You still have a Zachary, and you still have a new little dragon friend here. Actually, it's not little, but they're both sitting there. And just so that we're clear, it's been well, when you get out, like your phones and everything are working again, and the clock is showing 4:10 p.m. And it's still the same day. It's not 4:10 p.m. in March or anything.
It's been a year.
That'd be crazy. It's been 84 years.
Just for clarification, we went in at what time?
It was 3, I think it was 3:15, but let me double check. Maybe it was just 3 p.m. Hold on. It was about 3 p.m. when you jumped through on February 18th, 2024. All right, so that's where we'll stop for tonight. Good job, guys. You really fucked up my my bad guy, Lucy. You really fucked that up, Lucy.
Stunned the shit out of him.
I mean,
My God.
the only thing
Double stunned.
that was the only thing that, and it was going to be an environmental action every fucking turn, not every turn, not every round. So
I'm
good
just
on
surprised
you.
it didn't have. I'm just surprised it didn't have legendary resistance.
Thanks for hanging out, Tug.
Also, can we talk about the fucking 56 damage Marcus did?
Yeah, that was insane.
I gotta
Insane.
put it out. I gotta put it out, but that's about all
All right,
I
let's
can
find
do.
somebody to raid.
We're gonna talk about the pinata thing at some point.
Oh god, I felt so bad about that, but I was not having Syl fucking jolt me in the fucking spine.
It's okay, Marcus.
Fucking batted Zilf right out of the sky, man. Oh.
Let's
If
see.
she starts talking about the Syl thing, just go, I called you girlfriend, and it'll throw her off completely.
Yeah, then they'll change this topic very quickly.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna get used the other way because it's Marcus.
Yeah, every single
So
time.
do you want to have a conversation about the
Let's go
whole
hit up
girlfriend
science.
thing? I killed your cat, but not your cat.
It wasn't really your cat, so it's okay.
Oh, we can't send this to the zoo, maybe. Hi, South Rebel.
All right, there we go. All right, thank you guys for hanging out. We're gonna go. Give me one sec, guys. We're gonna go ahead and raid science, and
I
then
put knock down
we'll be
on
back on
myself so I can be
Tuesday.
a ground
Well,
arty
maybe
next
we might be
session.
back on Tuesday with Crocheting Show. We might be going out of town. We'll see. Fingers crossed, we're going out of town. But thank you
I'll
guys
point out,
for
Hero
hanging out,
said
and we'll
my
see
notes
you
are
all.
worse.
And,
I sent her one part of my note, and it's the first one,
yeah,
and it
that
says
is cool.
Kara's
Alright,
in,
see you guys.
in quotation marks thirsty.
I was
Didn't
not.
even need to
I-
doff that armor.
I'm missing Tiger. Welcome.
Yeah, no, it
We're
was
still doing some
a
that
crucial
came
part of
early
that fight.
on.
Tactical, purely tactical.